Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go.
Hey, Meri, drop that sick pair of one beat.
Everyone get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Salty.
Birches.
Salty.
Birches.
I'm salty and sweet.
That's not for me.
It's gonna get spicy.
Just wait and see.
She's the nice one.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you.
Shut up, you little snot.
2 best friends.
Taking over.
Changing the game.
Completely sober.
No more silence. I'll be heard.
I'm never quiet. Say the word.
Ride or die until the end.
It's great to have a salty friend.
Loyal.
Perfect.
Humble.
Ah,
Don't be rude, you little toot.
hey,
What?
be nice.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm so blessed.
It's time.
Go on.
Tell the secret.
Meri Brown has a...
Hey, I didn't mean it.
It's the truth, though.
I can't deny it.
Salty Birches.
No more hiding.
Pink.
No.
Pink.
No.
Pink.
No teal.
You must be kidding.
I'm so for real.
Pink.
No.
Pink.
No.
Pink.
No.
Fine.
I knew I'd win.
I will resign.
Okay. You're really great.
Others think different. There's no debate.
Just ask my ass.
Oh, he'll tell you.
Jen's the bitch.
Hey, Cody, fuck you.
And scene.
My heart.
Wow. Okay, Stephanie coming in with a first time that she's been here. First time alive, and boy, you've got a good one.
I feel like we just had sakes.
Yikes.
Just so you guys know, there is a delay. So we were both having to do that without listening to each other. Hopefully it sounded all right. But to be fair, the OG of what we were doing, not a lot better. Maybe we were even more in time.
Oh, there was almost 40 minutes of practice. Poor Amanda. I asked her, I'm like, is this harder than teaching at Gymboree? Because I'm like, wait, what's it beat? Like, so 2, 3, 4. She's like, no, 1, 2, 3. We had a
okay. We did it.
A YouTube beat pulled
Listen,
up.
we were going to do that during Browntown, but we're like, let's just get it over with. Hi, guys. Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything.
I am Jody or Meri Davenport.
And I am
Meri
Amanada
Davenport
or
Nasty.
just Jen. I'm actually going to go ahead and change my name right now back to
Yeah,
Amanada.
Let's do that if I can figure out how to do it. Welcome, first-time viewers, first-time listeners.
Sorry about that.
Please don't expect something like that every week. Because
It's over now, Jody. The rest, nothing can go badly now. We can
No.
handle anything.
And I'm going to put my other... I was in the studio.
We were Celine and Barbara singing Tell Him.
Thank you to Zaleska for our Magic Girl dinner.
Ooh.
The bags are so cute.
Hell yeah. And then they're from TJ Maxx. Several people were at TJ Maxx this week and offered to send us these shirts. So you guys are amazing. That I swear to God, that's not why we brought it up. I was just like, oh, look at this shirt, Jody. You should get these for us and then just take it out of our account. But the shirts come with this little thing of stickers too. I mean, come on. Everyone, go get your TJ Maxx shirts.
It looks like I'm sounding quiet. That's probably because I had to change my sound settings. So Amanda, just give me just a moment here.
You go for it. Do you want me to maybe go into some housekeeping?
That would be fantastic. And
You sound
thank
great
you
now. There, that was a big difference. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Solo Walloway.
for saying, hey, I'm not playing music. Look at that. Thank you, Solway, for the standing ovation super sticker right off the bat. You guys
Holy
just
shit.
how to make us feel much better and our blood pressure have gone down.
I'm slowing down. This is like this is as much as my heart was pounding during the one chip challenge. Let's get into housekeeping, Jody. I think we can kind of relax now and get into this. Let's get our heart rates right back up again, looking at Robin Brown.
All right. So, first things first, what's coming up this week? We are wrapping up Madison's longest labor. She has baby Axel. We're going to wrap that up and we're going into season 13 pretty soon. Coming up on Total Request Podcast, where you request the show and recap it for you, is a fantastic show, a 3-season, I want to say like a hidden gem, if you will, another period. It was actually very funny.
Speaking of periods.
Oh.
Not this, but both of us are on a period.
We had a false alarm during last week's live.
Yeah, last week was a false alarm, but it was getting me ready. All right, anyway, Amber.
We got Amber on an episode of Girl Dinner. It's the classic episode just post kind of break up with Matt, but Matt doesn't really know they're broken up, and she's like, "You motherfucker."
Yeah, well, it's after the reunion where Mackenzie reads the letters, and then Amber's like, you are a fucking cunt for what you did. She is lucky that I have control over my emotions, because boy, I just want to pound her in the ground.
That's right. Coming up this month on TRP, we have a love month. It is Grey's Anatomy next week, followed by Saved by the Bell, The Last Dance, The Office, Valentine's Day, and Boy Meets World. Oh, poor Topanga. Check out our merch shop. You know what to do on Teespring and on Redbubble. Everything looks good. And I actually have another idea, possibly another 2 ideas for merch. So we're kind of updating things too.
Okay.
So stay tuned. All right, Amanda, should we get into some hot topics?
Let's get into hot topics. I'm also going to change our background to just this pretty little background here. We had the Himalayan bath salts for obviously salty Birches, which is going to get a whole segment in Browntown. So let's get into some hot topics, shall we? All right. Well,
right. So what did you go see this weekend? I need to pop out of the room because I'm on a delay, probably because I had to change my sound. But tell us about La Cage.
You got it, guys. Okay. Guys, I saw La Cage aux Folles this week with my dad. Should I go over here? With my dad and Justine's mom. And what do you guys know of La Cage? Because the whole time first of all, it was great. I thought it was going to be really janky, but it was awesome. This is a picture of the 50-50 raffle. And that drag queen there, Justine thought was in RuPaul's Drag Race, but is actually like a sister of somebody who was on Canada's Drag Race. Fair Enough. Has anyone heard of her? Anyone? Bueller? Anyway, the show was so good. I obviously bawled my eyes out because it was like my period hit at like midnight that night. Justine, hey girl. Justine and me were
pop that party. Oh,
salty. Me and Justine were both, I'm like, I think my period's coming. And she's like, yeah, she's like checking her app. And then like overnight, she texted me at like 5 a.m. and she's like, I just got my period. And I'm like, don't say that. And then I had my fucking period. Now Jody has it. Anyway, I cried during I Am What I Am. It was awesome. Like, I really, really loved it. It's a great show. Okay, you guys know the story of the birdcage, Jody?
Like the
movie, The Birdcage? Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know what it's about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, like the guy that plays their son, like the son that's getting married, he was like 20 in real life. And he walked on and me and Justine were both like, Like the second he started singing, we were like, he is so good. And like Justine's already found him on Instagram. He had like this low, like it was like Austin Butler. And it was like they were taking place in like the late 70s, early 80s. So he was in like this tight shirt and these like bell-bottom pants. Ooh. Again, my hormones were flying all over the place during this show. But all I was thinking the whole time is that Kelsey Grammer was in that show on Broadway when he broke up with Camille Grammer.
He sure was.
And honestly, like all I was thinking the whole time was, I'm like, Kelsey Grammer would be so good in this. Like the song, like I would love to hear him sing all those songs. So whatever your opinions are on Kelsey Grammer, I was watching it just like wishing I'd seen it on Broadway. Because I bet he was good. Does it ever show him performing in the show or anything like that?
Backstage. Like she goes, meets him backstage. I think she goes to, like a show. And I should find those episodes.
Find the episodes so that because I will watch the shit out of that.
I believe it's season, oh gosh, you guys probably remember off the top of your head, but probably season 2, 1, 3.
The episode where Kelsey Grammer is in Lacage on Broadway, and I will totally
it's pretty brutal. I mean, he's actively cheating on her, and he's like, I really thought this would be a great thing for Camille to have her own thing. I mean, it was his parting gift, like, here, make your own money, bitch. See ya. I'm cheating on you. I'm out of here.
Who was he cheating on her with?
A flight attendant who he's still married to. He's got a type. Tiny blonde,
like us.
Yeah, exactly. We're salty.
Birches. All right. Well, what else?
Well, you had asked me for my Prime password because you wanted to watch a certain documentary that I didn't hear about. But before we get to that, we had a little tease with Amber.
Oh, yeah.
Teen Mom news.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Caitlin and Tyler Baltera. Apparently the OnlyFans shutting down or something? Because it seems like they're making like a bunch of money on that, right? Or do they just also think that the world needs to hear their opinions on things?
I think it's just everyone being like, why don't we start a podcast?
Sure.
Easy. Kale did it. We could do it too.
Madison did it. Leah Messer had a podcast at one point.
That's true. Meghan and Harry.
That's right. Meghan and Harry.
One thing everyone says when they start a podcast is it's so much easier and less time consuming than I thought it would be. And for stars of Teen Mom who are used to just being followed around. It's going to be really easy to get that content.
Yeah. It's really easy to be engaging for an hour of just spoken word, but it's called Kate and Tay Break It Down. Apparently it's going to be a recap podcast of Teen Mom. So that's at least, that's what Madison should have done. Madison should have done a recap podcast. She would have made $1 million. Right?
Yeah.
Madison I'm going to recap every episode of this and I'm going to spill all the tea.
Well, I think they're trying to do kind of like an Office Ladies sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
But the two of them, like, I don't like, this is a cute photo to have, actually. I think it's a really cute photo of the both of them. It's also just so cliche. His jeans. Tyler's jeans here. Kill me.
Ty will be Ty.
Oh, he's got, for those of you who are listening, he has ripped jeans, of course. I don't think Tyler's ever worn a non-distressed pair of jeans in his life. No. He's got little patches that are covered up with kind of, what is that, Vans? Like the Vans checker.
Super cute. But
like that party, that New Year's Eve party they had that they recorded when he was down in the streets. Like, yo, I'm down here in the streets, yo, Altiera.
He's got fingerless gloves on. Anyway, anyone gonna be watching this or listening to this? Let's take bets now on how long they do this. Season 1.
Well,
that's got to be like 20 episodes, though, right?
Oh, it's got to be a lot. Well, I can tell you one thing.
Okay.
We got a picker.
Oh, I thought you were just showing a bad picture of Caitlin, and I was like, that's me. Oh, but no, we're showing the nose picking. I see.
What's that? What's that one? Who is that one? That daughter?
There's Nova, Veda, and
The other
Raya,
one.
Rianne, something like that, right?
Rhiannon. Rhiannon has her
Raya.
fist up her nose right here.
And
Maybe
Aurora
just
in the
not
making.
do this one. I feel bad for this little girl, actually. I mean, she's just like, fingers up there. We got to pick her. Oh, am I echoing? Oh, it might be echoing on your end, like
Oh,
out
I'll
to
turn my
you,
sound down.
perhaps.
I'll turn my sound. There we
Thank you guys for letting us know.
go. Yes.
So, yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. And you watched a Canadian film, Amanda.
This is on Amazon Prime. I got rid of Amazon Prime because I'm fighting the man. But you can't even like buy this to watch. You have to watch it on Prime, meaning that
This is
this will
bullshit.
technically cost you $99 to watch. But then I got
This is
runs.
crazy. Oh, okay, good.
My mom was like, "Is this going to affect anything?" And I was like, "No." So
Yeah,
scared to give me login information. But anyway,
that's wild that you can't just buy a one-off, because I just rented Mulholland Drive last night.
I also rented that on Apple.
Oh, okay. What did I rent it? Whatever the other option was. But it was $3.99 and you have 48 hours to watch it and then it's gone. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, you got 48 hours from the time that you start it to the time that
From
you
the
finish
time you
it.
start it, yes.
But I still think that's bullshit.
Well,
Like,
you're renting
I
it.
don't like that, babe. I should have like a week, 2 days, 24 hours. I'm sleeping for like 12 hours of that
Yeah,
48.
I sleep a lot, all right? And I'm watching Sister Wives most of the time. By the way, I'm into season 17 of Sister Wives. And again, you guys, go watch those later seasons of Sister Wives. They're so good. This is the Tom Green documentary. It's cute. It's good. It was I might skip it actually. It was fun to like watch all of the old stuff, but it was very much kind of like the Jerry Springer documentary where you're just like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
Remember he married Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, he talks about that, and then it kind of ends with him going on the Drew Barrymore show and them wrapping that up. And he's a very solitary man. He just lives back in, I think he's in Canada. I think he lives near his parents on this big ranch with all these animals. I think he just kind of wants to be kind of alone and weird, and I respect him a lot.
That. I've seen him on TikTok and I thought he was pretty endearing.
Yeah, it's classic comedy, and he really was the first one to. This is all that TikTok is now, is going into stores and like fucking with people and stuff. But like he was doing this when we only had handheld cameras, so I don't know. But it was good. It's a cute little thing to have on. You're not going to really learn anything from it, but it's just you forget how long it was on. He goes through like the whole cancer thing and how he figured I might as well make it funny. I remember watching that special. They put his testicles in like a little vial and he like shows it to the camera and it is rough.
I just think in my head, this is the Tom Green show. This is my favorite show.
I like my bum is on the Swedish. Brad was obsessed with Tom Green. So like all of the quotes, I know every quote from Freddie Got Finger, but I've never actually seen it.
I've never seen it either. Julia says, I'm going to need you ladies to recap Mulholland Drive. Oh. It would be like a 5-hour episode, but damn, it would be amazing. Well, guess what? It's going to be coming up on an episode of Girl Dinner.
Next week, we're just going to recap Mulholland Drive and kind of talk about David Lynch and, Girl Dinner. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what else I forgot to say? We have a voicemail line, you guys.
Yep, that I just learned about too. Yeah. Do you want to get into it or details to be shared?
I'll share it on the Facebook group. Come join our Facebook group. It's We Love to Hate Everything now. It's actually what our podcast is called. And I'll share it. But you can call and leave a voicemail, and that can be Girl Dinners.
That would be fun.
Yeah, and we'll call it The Microwave is Open. And it'll be like a mailbag. And you guys can leave us voicemails, ask us questions, all of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Molly, are you guys reading my mind? Molly says, side question. In the stores, is there an I don't like that babe swag? I didn't see anything. What's my favorite line? Amanda, if you look at our little shared note that we have together, one of my lines is, I don't like that story, babe. And I was going to ask you, how should we configure that line So maybe some of you guys can let us know in the comments, like, how do you
you
want
guys
that?
do the
Like,
work for us and we will make it.
yeah.
Also, will we get dinged from that? Because it's a line from The Office.
That's what I'm saying. We got to kind of workshop that a little bit, see how we want to do it. But
Yeah.
it's coming. It's
We'll
coming.
work on it.
Something that got me very excited that you texted me, besides our mail bag, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, that we're gonna have, is a sighting of a Canadian Dry product. We're obsessed with our Canadian Dry splash of,
I got it here.
and look what you
Splash
guys
of,
have.
well, it's not. Oh, it is splash of. No, it isn't. It's blackberry ginger ale, 0 sugar. That picture that I took was at the store. You guys have been telling us about different Canada Dry flavors. They discontinued the fucking cranberry one, even though it tasted like a cosmopolitan. Bring those back.
They restocked. We bought like probably 4 or 5 sleeves of them, and I'm like, I'm just gonna ration them throughout the year because they only come out at the holidays.
Oh man. Well, this was Canada Dry blackberry, and at the store, this was the only 0 sugar one that there was in the whole store. They have like the little mini cans, they have like the bigger cans, like the sleeves, and that sleeve that I took was the only one of 0 left in the store.
Whoa. Now, what is this one in the back? Is that just regular soda?
That's diet.
But that's what, French for just the regular plain?
That's diet Canada Dry. But anyway, it's good. It's not as good as the cranberry one.
Okay.
It's good. I added
there.
some mint in there and it did taste pretty mocktail-y. So I recommend it. Let's bring back the Cosmo one.
Oh my gosh. Lauren said she tried to order them online and they were $36 for 12.
This was $10 for a sleeve. $10.
That's crazy. And eggs. We just bought eggs yesterday. It was $6 for a dozen. Can you believe that?
That's what I thought. Your prices of groceries were supposed to go down. I heard. That was a promise that was made. What about this bread?
Oh, I'm gonna get to the bread, but this is a great question about how you were able to get this sweatshirt in the mail.
Dulaska just sent it in the mail, and I had it a week later. Went right to
Janelle said no mail in Canada.
Denied all entry into Canada from the US.
The mail is closed.
It's in your car, Janelle. Just say it. It's still in your car. So now I don't really know what to do. Do I go back in and like reorder it? This is becoming a lot of work, Janelle.
Well, I ordered 2 shirts. Thank you, Jean. So we'll see when they come in. Also, the day that I ordered them, she came out with her new design. So we'll see. Maybe you can reorder that one.
Because
you can let her know the mail works now.
And as again, we will get to salty Birches, but I at least like that all the women are making money off of Cody saying like insane things.
So I had another outing this weekend. We always go to resale stores, antique shops. There's just always like fun stuff around here. But I found a somewhat cute but sad little item this weekend. And I immediately thought of you, Amanda, because I feel like this is something that you might have bought if it didn't have germs. Look at what I found. A little Woody from Toy Story laying on an old bookshelf.
That's so depressing.
Sad?
That's like really depressing. Oh no.
It looks like the actual movie.
I specifically remember having my period when I saw that Toy Story 3 in theaters. And I was like, it was like a movie going experience. I was inconsolable afterward. Brad was like, okay, enough. Yeah.
It was just, just a sad little Woody just laying there.
I wouldn't have touched it though. I would not be touching
So
that.
we have talked quite often about how you and I just have these, unique experiences. I think I talked about how last week I bought something at a resale store, and sure enough, I ended up in a 20-minute conversation about Red Wing Pottery Association of America. So we're actually talking about this at dinner, and we're like, oh God, the difference between you and I, how to just like be short and polite, and I will fully engage and become codependent with this person. As I am talking, this is the one time I've never done this in my life. We decided to sit at the bar at this place. It's called oh God, something like Golden Shot Social Hour, something like that. If you're in the Madison area, go check it out. We're not drinkers, but they do have like THC beverages and kombuchas. We're like, change of scene. We'll sit at the end of the bar, get 2 appetizers, and then I got a bowl of soup. It was their special. Okay. So broccoli cheddar soup, and it came with 2 little crostinis on top. Okay. But 2 of these, small, right? We've all seen them.
Yeah.
So of course, I eat both of them pretty early on. Don't want to get soggy, you guys. It's fine. I have maybe, a fourth of my bowl of soup left. And at the bar, and all of a sudden we're talking, and I hear something, and I look over, and it's the bartender, and he's holding something, and he says something, and I'm like, oh, pardon? And he has, I'm going to grab a tissue to show this, a paper, a napkin. And he's holding just a single slice of baguette. And he says, oh, I just thought you might want some more bread for your soup. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, some more bread. And then I've never had a waiter come over with a single piece of bread in not on a plate, or oh, did I forget to bring you? And then he was just holding it there for me, napkin. So then I didn't know, do I take the napkin? Do I just take the bread? And so I just,
oh no,
yeah,
that's where it gets hairy.
Also, I wanted to end a situation that was already awkward. And
I'm with voice of no Jen here. Of how my initial thought would be like, what?
Well, I was so like, and then suddenly it put it on me as if I'm the weirdo idiot that I don't know what to do with a piece of bread when it's being offered to me in a tissue. So I took it, and then it fell all over. I almost knocked a glass over, one of the bottles of kombucha.
And you're like holding hands with him as you're taking it, little finger rub.
No, we definitely bumped hands.
Yeah, it's like, are we? What are we doing?
It fell out of the napkin. Then he was going for it, and then I was going for it, and then I'm like, well, now I have to eat this fucking piece of bread. It was just, I just wanted to share that because I've never had that opportunity arise where I was actually taking the food hand to hand from a server. And I wanted to ask you, as someone who's served before, do you pay special attention to someone who's souping and their bread needs, and would you go over holding it like this?
I don't actually think that's that crazy. I can see myself doing something like that if it's slow and I'm trying to get a good tip. But I remember one time he was
the only person serving. There was only a bartender there, even for serving at the time.
Oh yeah, something must have happened back there. Maybe there was somebody didn't want their bread and didn't want it to go to waste. Maybe it was
I'm like, oh, maybe he thought I asked him for bread, but there was definitely no. This isn't a high service kind of place. Okay. Moving on, I just wanted to share that.
Oh no, one time I was in Florida, I was doing 9 to 5, and me and a couple other girls went out. We sat at this bar. It was I know I've told the story before, but it was janky as fuck. The bartender was a little bit too friendly. He was he was too excited to have 3 girls in their 20s at his bar, and him and his wife on the bar, and they had a baby that they were carrying around the whole time. And we were why? And it was late. It was after a show, so it was 10:30. And this baby, we were annoyed by the baby's presence at all. But then we ordered nachos, and the woman's oh yeah, okay. And then she walked with the baby to the back, and we're is she gonna be holding that baby while she makes the nachos? And I'm pretty sure she did. She came back out with the nachos, still holding the fucking baby. I'm sure the baby participated in these nachos. We ate them, and then the bartender comes up and he's like, "Whoa, you ladies were sure hungry," and we were all
"Oh no, we were never ever say
we were
that."
Bitchy because I think Zoe was the first one to kind of get bitchy, and then the us other two were "Bye."
Oh yeah, never comment on the amount of food someone has or has not eaten on their plate. Just look away, take it.
Thought we had a good rapport, but then the baby thing is, and it was just getting more and more trashy, may I say, as it was going on. It was just really gross, and a plate of nachos. I'm pretty sure it was a girl dinner type nachos where she just tossed them in the microwave, but the baby definitely did not leave her hands the whole time. So,
Speaking of the baby, Yellow Jackets is coming back. You gotta eat the baby.
Of course. Speaking of another baby, Timothy Chalamet.
Baby face.
Baby.
Oh, Amanda. I think you got upset with me when I was texting you nonstop during it because I was nonplussed. Well, first of all, what a way to start the show.
Oh my God. You texted me. You're like, are you watching SNL? And I believe I wrote back, oh, do you mean, did I just witness Lynn fuck up his first spoken line on television? And then was clearly very unable to recover from it, as I would be also.
What? Why are you there?
Like, okay.
I'm an actor. Ooh. Now, listen, we both really enjoy Lin-Manuel Miranda's work. Genius. He's a little much in the acting department. That's it.
He's just these little. Look, I'm sure he's very nice. It's all of his actors that have worked with him seem to be very loyal. He seems to be treat his people well. Okay. He's just a lot, and it's just like, are we doing a Hamilton reference right now? A thin concept.
Yeah.
So it started off, but okay. Now here's my hot take. Now I know that you were really hating on old Chalamet because I didn't even make it through like the second. I didn't even make it to like the podcast, or no, I didn't even make it through that coffee. The second sketch. So like I passed right out because I think I take an Advil PM because I'm on my period. So then I rewatched it the next morning, but I had all these texts from you talking about like how bad he was. He's the worst. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm going to say, I thought his musical performances were so good.
Okay. I thought they were fine.
Oh, I was watching the whole thing again. My hormones are all over the place, so I'm more affected by everything right now.
Okay.
But I was like, really like proud of him. I feel like Timothy Chalamet is an example of just a very gifted person. Like he's just very good at stuff, at the arts, the farts.
Okay. Okay, sure. I just don't know what he's trying to do or be or like I feel like, and maybe I just don't know his personality. He seemed a little like he wants to be like a Pete Davidson. Like, I'm just this cool guy, whatever. I'm funny, I'm silly, I'm hilarious, but I also do music.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the generation. I don't know. I do get the hype. I think he's a talented actor.
Yeah.
Okay. He can do the music well. I just don't get the like.
Oh, I totally get it. Especially as somebody who grew up in theater, like for sure.
Really? Oh,
people are into him.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe he's just totally not my type. Like my daughter thinks he's great. She like loves him. He's fine. I see his sister when I look at him.
Is he dating one of the Kendall Jenner or something?
Someone like that, yeah.
Maybe she's pregnant? Oh, you guys want a drywall update? Yeah, here's the update. I'm like obsessed with this person, and now I'm doing everything in my power to fuck it up as quickly as I possibly can so I can move on with my fucking life.
No.
But anyway, yes.
Well, we just have to ask Amanda, like I do when I text her, like, "Oh, are you drywalling this weekend?"
Yeah,
like this. I was like really patting myself on the back for that one. I was enjoying it all weekend.
I was telling Joey, I hate myself when I like someone because then I'm just in my head. Like last night, I like ended it. And then I like this morning, I like reread the entire conversation. I'm like, this is a completely normal conversation that in the moment, I'm like, oh God, what's going on? I'm like, no, it was a normal conversation. I need to not text when I'm on my period. Anyway, we're gonna ride this out and just see how quickly it crashes and burns, or maybe it'll turn out amazingly. But anyway, he does very well. He's very sexy.
Okay.
All right.
Did he show you his cock? Jacob wants to know.
Okay, I'm 2 on my period right now. Remember, I almost drove off the road coming home from his apartment. As I was driving home, I pumped up funly found someone to share my life. I'm like saying, and I like almost drove off the road. The person behind me honked at me. I'm like, what if I drove off the road Aunt Diane style right now, and like it was Barbara Streisand and Bryan Adams on the fucking radio?
Then I know that you would have gone out in like a blaze of glory because you're listening to Barbara.
Perfect. That's how I want to be found, you know?
Yeah, at least it could have been like Hotel California and someone whistling with you.
God, all right.
Episode 8, feeling hot, hot, hot. Go back and listen to it.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what else.
We're still in SNL here. Let's get into
SNL.
Yeah. This is really where I knew that my period was approaching because this SNL documentary, Jody, I feel like you mentioned this last week as just kind of a passing comment.
Yep.
I feel like you really should have made a whole segment about it because first of all, as I'm watching this, I'm texting you and I'm going, the algorithm was not algorithming because I didn't even know that this existed. And I am one of 2 people on earth, including you, that still watch SNL. Right. So why don't I know about
the target demographic? Just
oh my gosh. I wrote down a couple notes from the very first episode, which was about like auditions and stuff like that. And one of the things I wrote down is that they were talking about how this one guy came in and he did his audition fully naked, and they'll just always remember that. And it's one of the hosts from last podcast on the left.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Henry Zabrowski. So that was fun. And I enjoyed that they talked about, there was another episode that was all about just that one weird year where it was like between Dick Ebersol
season
and
11,
Lauren
I
came
think.
back. Yeah, and it was that weird season. But like there was actually a lot of famous sketches from it. There were a ton of famous people on it. And you know what? They showed a lot of little sketches from there that were like considered really awful. And I'm watching them and I'm like, these are at least as good as like the good sketches today. Like I almost feel like if we revisited that year and just watched all of them, they would be all across the board more solid than these current seasons.
Okay.
Maybe we had higher standards back then for comedy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Just weird, random. They were going for getting viewers as opposed to people who are actually interested in comedy.
More chance to kind of find their ground. But they did talk about that there's that famous Damon Wayans story. Damon Wayans? Yeah, he's the one that was on it, right?
I think so, Wayans.
Yeah. Okay. Damon Wayans, where like this is in every SNL biography. And the story that Damon Wayans wanted to get fired, he says, I think it's somewhere in the middle here, but he was like pissed off because they had cut one of his sketches and he was going to play this cop. It was just like a 2-line role in this sketch. And he decided to be like, fuck you. And he went out and he made the character flamboyantly gay. This is the story. And then he got fired soon after. So I've always known this story, but in this documentary, they actually show it. I've like never actually seen this sketch before. I've looked for it, but they actually showed it in this documentary. And it was like tame. Like his flamboyantly gay as a cop. Like if that even happened today, no one would even like clock that there was a character happening. He's just like, ooh, you better. Like it was just him kind of giving a little sass. And to that, Lauren was like, you're fired. Like as he walked off stage. But my favorite episode was the second episode, I believe, and it's just called More Cowbell. And it is just about the cowbell sketch. And this is my fucking jam. The way I had to fixate on things, to watch just an hour and 20 minutes of just one specific sketch and just break down every second of it. I was living. And guess what? I cried at the end.
I skipped the episode. I was like, I can't.
I loved it. At the end, they're all talking about like, it was just them all talking about like, like when they were just all talking about that moment where it clicked and they were all just like talking about like, and I'm going to cry. I'm just saying. After they like finished the sketch, Jimmy Fallon was like, we all had to run off stage, but we all made eye contact for a second. And we all knew that we like participated in a moment. I thought that was just really like lovely. And I'm like, this is why sometimes theater can be enjoyable.
Okay.
You do comedy for a living, Jody. You know all about this. Lightning in a bottle moments, they call it.
Yes. I skipped it. Like, I was just like, I don't know. I think I get the basic gist.
No, go watch it.
I'll watch it.
No, you know what? Don't watch it because you're not gonna like it,
Fine.
and you're gonna.
But you know what I
ruin it.
am watching?
What?
Update on our family episode.
Guess what? I'm watching it too.
Yes. Okay, so 2 episodes are out. There's going to be more. Definitely watch it, even if you don't know who these people were. I didn't know who they were. They're like a influencer, mommy, daddy, family vloggers. This chick in it, I know from my Reddit algorithm, it popped up where they're like people who actually follow family bloggers said having this woman on this documentary. She's got long brown hair, a hipster wool hat, and a long, she's very cold and tiny. But they said her coming on this is like, hey, kettle, like pot meet kettle sort of a thing. But this is getting, I was seeing both sides of it, but when you see photos like this one of this mommy vlogger with her adopted son, with like the Dreft bottle behind her, the product placement, it's really is kind of disgusting. But I'm anxious to see where this kind of goes. And I really like the narrator in the documentary. I think she does a really good job narrating it, breaking down. Yeah.
Tattoos. Oh, I love her. The two look, I just don't like family blogging. I watch a lot of weird shit on TikTok. I would never sit and just like watch someone feeding their kid and me like being into that. But like, I get that you feel like you're a part of this family too. You know them. It's like kind of how we feel about the Brown family. That's like a parasocial relationship. But they had 2 bloggers, like a husband and wife, as like part of the narration part.
Yeah.
And my God, I could not with these 2. I was like, you 2 are going to break up
hey
within the
guys,
year.
we just went grocery shopping and we're just going to like get back and like,
It was very performative and just exactly why I don't ever believe couple blogs or things like that, but to each his own. All I said
it sounds exhausting too. Like, you can't.
It's just you're putting a lot of stake into that. But anyway, the documentary is very good, and I'm actually very interested to see what happens. I hope that it's slow moving because what we know is that he got rehomed, but by the end of the second
we
episode,
haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah,
people are just
I'm excited to see this. How this turns out, and
it's a well-told documentary, so I will definitely be watching. Okay,
we're just winding down real quick. Traders check-in, and because you never want to, do spoilers, this kind of stuff. But this was from previous weeks. Robin Dixon is gone by. Amanda, I know you were spotty watching it at first, but sadly, Bob the drag queen was a traitor and went bye-bye. Got found out. I was kind of sad because I was really rooting for Bob the drag queen, but I think Bob kind of got a little bit like Heather Gay on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
I watched that, the reunion. Too, he got a little bit too confident and throwing himself out there.
Well, he said that the day that they were like all deliberating, is that the right word? Yeah, deliberating. He had like several panic attacks that day, so he was like with like the medic when like Boston Rob was going around and like starting all that shit. So he's like, I didn't even know like what was going on. So he's like, I was blindsided completely. I'm more just watching now for Tom Sandoval because really he's just like the court jester there at this point. Like there's no
such a dumb.
And I feel like they all I almost wonder if the producers are like, guys, like we're not gonna let him win, but just like keep him around because he's very funny to insert into just little like pieces to just let him kind of do his own thing over here. A lot of the commentary is like, everyone's like, I believe that Tom Sandoval thinks that there's actually murders happening.
Oh, 100%. Because his eyes, he's like, you guys, who could be the traitor? He's just. And then
he said that he made a statement about the sweating that like they lost his luggage and so he had to wear a sweater and it was just really hot. I'm like, girl, I've been through withdrawal and there is withdrawal sweating and there is, it's kind of hot in here sweating. And you were withdrawal sweating.
It was the level of sweating that Naomi Watts had in that scene in Mulholland Drive that I forgot completely about. And as I'm rewatching that movie, I was like, I can't believe I was 21 watching this with the other older teachers that I was student teaching with men.
Wait, what scene are you talking about? That's sweaty?
She's like aggressively masturbating.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to talk about it with you.
I don't like watching that stuff, babe. Okay. So are we wrapped up with that? Oh, you had just something really quick. This is a PSA. Danger.
Guys, if
what
you're
might
going to be getting
happen?
into a boozy fight outside of a bar, make sure your pants stay up. I guess this guy, this weenie's not getting roasted. Man's penis sticks to icy sidewalk. I think Justine sent this to us, and I'm like, I'm adding this. It'll be a good little segue into Browntown. But oh my God. But the drunken bar fight happened in Canada. They went outside, they were fighting, the guy's pants got pulled down and his penis stuck to the, and there's like pictures that like I didn't even go to like look for. I'm going to. But you can like see like they were like pulling, it was just like a comedy of errors. I would have loved to see like the video of this. Like I can't imagine how painful that would be, or like what would you have to do? Like pour some hot water on it?
Yeah, like pour water on it.
I don't know.
And just pull it off. It's really cute that this makes Canadian news, though. They're like, a man's privacy's got damaged. Let's send it to the AP immediately.
I mean, I see if he's dating a girl, she definitely got the ick from that. Between the toxic masculinity of even getting in a bar fight
on that one.
Oh my God, we need to do a girl dinner, by the way. About stop.
And lastly, I just want to throw this one out here. We're always looking to make family memories in this home. And what we like to do is just go on, and I highly recommend this. This is a fun little game. If you go into some of your channels, like I think Prime maybe had it, some of your other ones, Paramount, you can have the option to go to like live TV, but they're weird ass channels. Like it will pick up. Yeah. Like, actually, like right now, I get a channel that's all Come Dine With Me, which I'm obsessed with, by the way.
Oh yeah,
love watching that show now. And something that came up as an option for us was the international squash competition, in which we are now a huge fan of a Chinese player named Tomato Ho. I am not making this up.
Oh, you see on our shared notes, it just says Tomato Ho. And I'm like, ooh, someone pissed off Jody at the grocery store.
Oh, no. This is her name is Tomato, spelled like tomato, and then H-O. Tomato Ho. She's given herself that name. She has a birth name, but she goes by Tomato Ho.
I love that.
She look at the agileness of squash. Now, do you know about squash, Amanda?
You know what? Robert California plays squash with Jim Halpert on The Office, and he's very sweaty in that scene. I specifically remember.
Okay. It's like, yes, thank you. Exactly like that. This is, just to put it out there, this is Tomato Ho. We have tried to find a jersey, a Tomato Ho jersey.
Amazing.
They don't make them. I'm just telling you guys, keep your eye out. We might see Tomato Ho again. And I like really love her, just that she was like, you know what, I'm going to choose a name to be known by in the squash community. And I'm going with Tomato. Exactly, Marcia. Squash, tomato, great salad.
As of right now, that's the only squash player I've ever even heard of.
Exactly.
So get it, Tomato Ho.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what time it is.
I think it's time for some Browntown. You guys get to hear us singing again. Right. We'll see you over there. Where is it? Here it is.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for Pooh.
Oh, well, you know what time it is. What has Janelle been up to lately?
Janelle with a Kate. This looks like the cat that I'm fostering right now, by the way. I should have put a picture. I'm fostering Fig's mother. Her name is Miss Frizzle. And I was thinking about keeping her, but she really hates the other cats and Walter. She fucking hates them. And they're all like, what's up? Like, what the hell? And she just hisses at them. She hides in my room all day. So
you were going to keep her.
We'll see if she hopefully she might be happier as a one cat in a one cat house, but she's very cute and sweet and I love her and she's Fig's mother. But anyway, sorry, Janelle is holding Logan's, or I wonder if do you think that's Garrison's cat?
Oh, it could be.
I wonder if it is. Well, working at Logan's table this morning, Patches wanted to be my co-pilot and I'm here for it. That's right, Patches. Janelle.
Well, I just got a flashback of the bunny I own named Patches that my sister gave away while I was on vacation when I was 10. I didn't even catch it the first time I saw this photo, but yeah, that happened. Came back from vacation and my bunny wasn't there. And I owned a bunny. Weird.
Yeah, that
would be a lop-eared bunny that I bought and everything.
I don't think you would have been into
But look at Janelle. She looks great here.
She does.
She's a
pretty good picture. It's like a pretty good. The text isn't. Well, I was going to say the text isn't covering.
I was going to say, hold up.
In Charlotte Airport on my way to see Vegas, kids. It's cold and stormy. They keep calling for a flight to Montego Bay, and that sounds pretty nice.
I love how you said Montego. Very Canada. Now you can only see 2/3 of Janelle's mouth because her text just right over her face.
Janelle, you can take your fingers and go like this and make it a little smaller.
Nah, I don't think she knows that, babe. As evidenced in this photo, this might be one of my all-time favorites, next to the Ed curry paste photo.
Oh yes, the crepe. Oh, the blueberries with the shrimp was good too. But
blueberry shrimp salad.
She's driving by the Globe Theater. And then this is the pictures that it's a reel, actually. The pictures don't get any clearer or better than this, but I'll let you read this.
Okay. Last evening I was in Vegas. The kids went to dinner down on the Strip. I've seen the Sphere from a few blocks away or from the air, but not this close. Oh, it's simply awe-inspiring.
Oh, there's more.
They currently have a show going, Postcards from Earth. And yep, this girl's gonna have to see it. Amanda, what are we looking at? And I'm not saying that sarcastically at all. What is the Globe?
It's like a theater. The Doughboys talk about it all the time.
The Globe.
The Globe.
They don't have a Globe in Moab.
It's a theater, but my mom sent me pictures when she was in Vegas for like those 2 weeks. It's like this really big theater, and like the outside is all like this, and they can color it with different like pictures, and it's probably very distracting. And like,
I bet you Robin wouldn't be able to find it though.
Oh no,
would never be there for the show on time.
Everyone I couldn't see. I had to go home and get Meri's camera. Then have we talked about how like people saw? Like clocked that her nails weren't done at the beginning of the episode, but they were done when she got there. What a dumb bitch.
We're talking about Logan's graduation. That bitch. So yeah, Janelle's been keeping busy. Meri, on the other hand, is very busy, and you might be too if you want to sign up for the Worthy Up Symposium in Las Vegas. Look,
Next week.
Look who we have down there. Those big speakers. That is woman from Birthday Party and Disney, and Meri is laughing so hard.
Is anyone going to this? Is anyone biting the bullet for this?
Well, maybe if we get a little taste of this.
Okay.
I'm
so glad we didn't wait to do this until now, because I would never have been able to concentrate on the whole first half of this show. So I'm glad we got it over with. So this came out the day after the episode dropped. Now, I assume Meri probably gets the screeners the same day that we do.
Yeah, I would assume.
But I will, I guess, say that I'm impressed at how quickly they like came out with like merch. But again, like, it's not hard to do this. You just like, you can just get this printed. Here's my thing on. So Cody called Jen. She said Meri needs to ditch those bitches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that it's so effing lame that Jen and Meri are even like harping on that. Because compared to things that Cody said, that's nothing. I can guarantee Dave, your ex, has called me a bitch 7 million times. I don't care. And also, like,
The
yeah,
true
go.
sign of being over someone is when you truly don't care.
And like,
The
he could
fact that
call you so much worse. Jen is so bothered by that. I'm like, I would love if that's the worst thing someone's ex has called me. A
just
bitch.
well, stop giving it like you're giving him everything he needs by putting it into like, oh, just ask my ex. Hey, Cody, like, are you 12? Are you in? I would be embarrassed if Paige, a sophomore in high school, were doing with this her
Right?
friends. I'd be like,
Don't
I
do so
love you.
much.
You're my daughter, but you got to stop.
It's
This
embarrassing.
is awful.
And that's the saddest part of this, Jody, is that they think that they're putting this out and Cody's over there like going, like, oh, but I think Cody's just more like, I am so disgusted that I ever fucked that woman. Like that's what I'd be thinking. If my ex was out doing that, I'd be like, this is
Yeah.
so sad for you. Like, I am sad for you. It's
Yeah, like, I
honestly
think
so
listen,
pathetic.
I'm in agreement about, like, her writing this well, it's not 15 minutes, but you know what I mean? Like, taking the opportunity like Janelle with the quotes on the shirts and all that kinda
Absolutely.
stuff.
Get the
Yes,
money off of Cody. And I know that probably pisses Cody off
but
that they're
maybe just,
making
like,
money off.
not say his name. Like, don't make a song about, "Oh, Cody, my ex, just ask him." Like, "Oh, I can't believe he said that." Just do it without, like, mentioning him. We know where it comes from. Like Janelle with the shirt, she doesn't have to be like, "I chose the dog, I chose the kids." From the episode, like, we know.
And also,
Um,
what is this? Beware of fakes, Jody.
oh, caution.
Like us.
Okay, so salty birches. I mean, salty has been I used to say salt, like,
Yeah.
it's
That used
10
to be
years
for
old,
birch.
right? Not bad, it's fine. But they think it's a unique phrase, and
They
the
just learned
fact
it.
that it's like, why don't you say bitches? I don't understand.
Just say bitches. You're allowed to say you put it on a shirt. This is way
Yeah, like,
worse.
yes, and also this, like, ditch the bitch. If anyone watched Real Housewives of Melbourne, you'll remember Petit Fleur, uh, had a whole thing where she had a book that was like, "Ditch the bitch," and that's trademarked or copyrighted. Like, someone does have that sort of "ditch the bitch" or "not the bitch," something like that. Um, but if you're gonna be I just don't understand. Like, are you not allowed to swear sometimes?
Well,
I don't
also,
know.
what is this though? Is that their podcast? It's just them. It's like their brand. It's like if you and me were just a brand, but we didn't actually do anything with it.
Well, they don't need to because Mary, as she talks about in this post that
Oh
I'll
my
have you
God.
talk about, the reason they're doing it, well, first of all, comedian. She's a comedian because just
Oh, wait.
look at this second to last paragraph here, that last line. She
Quite
is quite
hilarious.
frankly considers herself hilarious.
Now, as we knew,
Amanda,
she teased it last week that it was like, wait until tonight. I'll catch you live tonight. So they did go live with these fucking red hoodies. And I caught this moment of them. Okay, look at how hard they're laughing here. Like, this was, again, one of those everything comes to a stall, a full halt as Meri gasps
we
to
are
catch her
wheezing.
breath
Uh-huh.
because Jen said the word bigger.
What?
She said
Wait.
bigger. Like she wasn't even referencing like an innuendo of anything. She just said bigger, and Mary's like, "What?" This is Meri.
Because they're
Genuinely
talking
laughing.
about is that why?
It's like it makes me hate sex.
I don't know how you can consider yourself, worthied up if your maturity level is at maybe a 15-year-old, if that. This is not coming off as a strong, independent, grown woman who knows how to take care of herself. This is embarrassing.
It is truly embarrassing. And I think Jen had just said like bigger, but then Jen kind of under her breath, something was like, well, bigger is better. It was something about the comedy level of that. And like, look at how hard Meri is laughing though. She like is laughing.
She's laughing.
Like, did she just have sex last night? And that's kind of what they're like giggling about. Although like, that still doesn't warrant that. My God.
Yeah. So
Okay,
here's Meri in the streets of somewhere.
But she posted this after the episode last night. And so like I knew what this was, because when I saw that it was like see more where you can expand the paragraph, I was like, oh, this one's gonna be a doozy. So
her outfit is so weird. She has the weirdest shoe choice.
I mean, it's better than
she looks like a continental soldier from knees down. I don't get it. And she's wearing a full blanket over her shoulders in lieu of a scarf. Take it away, Amanda. Tell us what this comedian is going to tell us now.
Okay, the real Meri.
Debbie, if Debbie, our resident actual professional comedian, has seen Meri on the circuit. We'll have to ask her next time.
Well, here's what Meri had to post after last night's episode. By the way, did we like last night's episode? I feel like I did.
I feel like I loved it.
There was a lot of flashbacks, but I really loved it. And there was actually a moment of Meri where I liked her, where I was like, or my heart went like, oh.
Yeah, there's moments when I'm like, yeah. And then she says this stupid shit. And then it's like, God.
I know. But anyway, okay, so take these comments down for a second. Okay, so she says, there's something freeing and empowering about standing in my truth, living authentically to myself, not living to please others while losing myself. All right, next. This is where it starts pissing me off, because now I don't know if is the point of this for her to explain to us why she lets everyone else fight her battles for her? Is that what it is?
Like Jen.
Because okay, you don't need to explain it to us. We still don't care. Don't get your friends to fight your battles for you, and you're a 55-year-old woman. But she goes, I don't stand up and speak up for myself to be mean, but because I am worthy of my own truth being spoken. Again, you're not standing up for yourself. You're letting everyone else do your dirty work for you and say your truth while you just laugh. I don't wake up in the mornings with intention to hurt people with my truth. Now, on that note, do you think that Christine and Janelle are doing that, or any of the kids that he has traumatized? Because it seems like she's comparing herself to the bad ones in the family.
Well, it's like the thing of being like, well, I just speak what's on my mind. I say the truth. I just say things how I see it.
Right.
It's like, well, sometimes you can be an asshole when you're doing that, though.
Yeah, there's something, it's like politeness that you clearly never learn. When others get defensive of my truth, I have to remind myself the truth has no problem being confronted. Many years I've tread lightly, holding to the belief that kindness would prevail. I still cling to that hope. I also understand that I deserve to speak my truth, and sometimes those two ideals just can't coexist. Clarity is power. Even in the face of haters hating, I'm very clear. I will speak my truth. I will be as kind as possible while standing firmly in that truth. This is getting very Leah messy.
I hate this sentence right here.
I will be salty at times. I have no doubt, for I am human and imperfect, and frankly, quite hilarious. I will continue to stand in my power and live in my truth. Okay, we got it. Knowing that this authentically is what brings me peace. # worthy up. I can't believe you're still even trying with the worthy up.
Yeah. Also, standing in her power is from Leah Messer.
Yeah, the whole thing is very Leah Messer.
You can stand in your power and like speak your truth, but your family can also hate how you do that, and other people can hate how you do that, and you don't always do it. We're watching you actively not do it.
You put together a whole fucking, or your free fallen friend, which by the way, if we're gonna get demonetized for that at the beginning. If we do, it'll be the second time that fucking free fallen guy. We're pretty sure that he's the one that wrote this hilarious thing where it's at the end it says, hey Cody, fuck you. This is Meri standing in her truth and power. Also, Jen's the one that says all the bad stuff here. Meri says nothing bad in this fucking rap.
She's not gonna curse. She's not gonna do it.
No,
she can stand in her power while she does that.
Yeah, she's above it.
Again, she is quite frankly hilarious. Okay.
No.
I would never even describe myself or most people I know as just like, quite frankly, hilarious, unless I truly believed it and like knew them in and out. Meri, even watching her for how many years, 10 years, never thought she was hilarious in
No.
one instance. Um, I just
Are
find
there
it
any
very
Browns?
bold to call
Are there any
yourself
Browns that are
hilarious.
hilarious? Janelle is pretty hilarious. Because she can get some
Yeah.
zingers in there. Like, and just watching her in the background, her facial expressions,
In old
she's hilarious.
episodes, for sure, she's
Yeah.
clocking stuff going on.
Christine can be funny too. She's pretty cringy though. She's cringe hilarious, but like she can land some jokes sometimes. Meri is not.
People need to stop telling her in the comments, like, "Oh my god, you're hilarious," in
Or
this
do
salty
they?
thing.
Maybe we're the dicks. I mean, obviously we're the dicks here, but like, and everyone, and then Jen's head is getting too big with the whole thing. Like, yeah, Jen, get in there, but it's like, it's not Jen's responsibility to fight Meri's battles for her anymore.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
agreed. All right, let's wrap it up right before we step into the actual episode with a little preview from Robin's Instagram.
Okay.
And
Second.
here we go.
Okay. Robin, on her "Let Everything You Do Be Done with Love," rope says, just gave a middle finger emoji. Sometimes it's all you really need to say. Fuck you,
Yep.
Robin. Hey, Robin, fuck you. Cody, 173 weeks ago. Our backyard, there was snow, lightning, a rainbow, and a sunset of dreams. Love this place. #Flagstaff. And Cheryl just wrote, "You need to be in prison, Cody." A lot of people out there trying to get the IRS on these people. And then on Cody's announcement about divorcing Meri, I am Morgan Clapp says, "We hate Robin."
And that's all we need to really say, right? So if you are listening along, make sure you jump over to the next part of the episode, part 2.
All right, take it away, Jody. Start this bitch.
Welcome back to part 2, where we are going to recap this week's latest episode of Sister Wives. For first-time viewers or listeners, we can't play the visual of the episode, but we can play the audio, so listen along. We'll give you some timestamps. And
the title of this is so funny. I didn't notice this title until just now. It's "Behold, I Come Like a Thief." Because, the producers hate Cody now, and he doesn't have any friends clearly anymore.
Season 19, episode 19. Behold, I come like a thief. Ooh, sorry. If this audio plays in a second. Janelle and Meri join forces to finally get answers. Oh my gosh. Wait, does yours show? I can't get it to show the rest of my description.
Get answers about... Okay, hold on. I got this. Yeah, Janelle and Meri join forces to finally get answers about Coyote Pass, but Cody is having doubts about letting it go. Christine takes another step toward independence and buys a vacation rental in Moab.
Here we go.
All right, and away. Wait, okay. This is going to be... Okay, all right, I am at 1:20. Let me get this all ready here. And we're at Meri. Let me know how the volume is, guys. And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I do get goosebumps every time.
Me too. Ooh, I'm going to pour my drink. I'm drinking a mimosa today.
We're going to start at Maddie and Taylor's house.
No, we're in Parowan.
Very charming.
We're in Parowan.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Are you watching the wrong episode? No. Oh, I'm watching the wrong episode. Jesus.
Oh, I just got really scared, Amanda.
Sorry, Jody. Okay, here we go. Okay, hang on. All right, we got it. Hang on.
Well, you were at still 120 on the dot.
I'll tell you where we are. Rings are dropping. Okay, I'm at 116 now.
Oh, wait. Actually, just pause 1 second.
Yeah.
It's where we'll get to it. Marsha, you have a great question. How many episodes this season, not counting the 15 tell-alls?
We need to address this.
Yeah. So when we received the screener for this episode last week, they did tell us that there's going to be, next week or this week is the mid-season?
Episode 2, or on 2 poo poo is the mid-season finale. So we were going to talk about this at the top of the episode, but then the whole salty Birches thing. So I'm excited about that because that means that there's like, how many episodes are in this thing? Because this was episode what, 19?
This is 19.
So that'll be 20 for mid-season. So even if there's 10 more, that's
So I mean, they're obviously taking the week off because it's Super Bowl. But we weren't given like a date after that. But I would
in
assume
the spring, to which I went and looked up dates of spring because I was so fucking excited.
Oh, it's like March 20th or 21st, 22nd.
Yeah, right before my birthday, Jody.
Yeah. So sometime in there, I think they got a lot of feedback on like getting it up to date. So I think they're adding episodes, but I believe they were supposed to be like 26. But that was before we knew about a mid-season finale and all that kind of stuff.
And as we can feel, we're obviously like right before Garrison. I know there's so many different opinions. I hope we just get a Garrison episode because I honestly do, just as somebody who likes to cry and get it out, I think that would be very cathartic for people because we do like. Yeah, I cried when that was the thing that made me stop drinking. So I would love to just have like where it just focuses on all of his good moments and maybe like I feel like they probably filmed a lot with Garrison, probably like complaining about Cody and stuff. I know it's up to Janelle, but I almost feel like Garrison. If I were Garrison, I'd want that to be like shown. Yeah. But again, it's totally up to Janelle. But I do hope that they address it and give us, the audience, the chance to kind of mourn, I guess, together.
Yeah. We're getting asked, do we think they're going to have tell-alls? I think they did. I thought Meri mentioned, and I could be a tell-all. Yeah, because like they just recorded it or something within the past couple weeks. I think they filmed it. I thought that's what she said. Don't quote me on it. But I think they will have tell-alls.
So they've already recorded it because, oh man, I would love to hear what Cody thought about the salty Birches rap.
Oh, right. Well, I don't think that happened. I think they filmed the tell-alls and then the second half, which I'm not going to like, honestly, because what if there's stuff that comes out in the second half that they can respond to during it?
Maybe they'll have two. We'll see. But I'm very excited. What do you guys think about the Garrison thing? Do you think we should have a Garrison episode? Is it okay that I said that? That's just how I like to
I think everyone's kind of like, let's,
don't
just have
pretend like he
nice
didn't
little
exist.
Honorable memorial, whatever you want to call it. I agree. Just kind of like have it all in one place, tied up with a bow, and give the family space and time. Like now everyone's had their moment. Let them kind of.
I think the way that Garrison thing played out was the way it ended with them, with everyone donating all that money to that cat charity was such a nice example of something just so pure and nice and like such a horrible world right now. So there you go. Anyway, I guess enough about that. But I'm at 118, and as you said, we're at Madison, Calabash.
Super charming house, by the way. Oh, I thought it was cute.
Oh yeah, it's cute.
Today I'm in North Carolina. I'm here hanging out with Maddie and Caleb and the grandbabies. I'm getting some financial stuff worked out. But I retained a lawyer, and he's asking me to sort of put together some of the documents. And it's kind of a pain. It's a big process. As of right now, nothing concrete has still happened with Coyote Pass. There's been another email saying, well, why don't we sell this? But there's still no movement. I am trying to collect all the documentation I need to explain to the lawyer what happened as far as the payment on the land, because I'm going to have to prove that it was really kind of our joint funds that paid the bulk of the property. And therefore we should be entitled to split it 4 ways.
Now, I know everyone considers Janelle to be like this like money genius of the Brown family, but like I would love to know, like, You let him pull this shit for this long? Like, even because in Las Vegas, things were already going south for everyone. Like, I can't believe that Meri, too, who's a businesswoman, that Meri and Janelle both were like, sure, whatever you want. We're not going to sign anything when I hand you this check. Like, I'm baffled as to how that happened.
I think for some people, it's just like out of sight, out of mind. I'm just like, not today. I'm putting it out of my mind. And I think they just get Brown family. It's what they're used to doing. And when you're in it for you're the entirety of your adult life, I'm sure that they didn't even really see until now how dysfunctional it was. And now they're having to like question yourself. It really is a mind fuck. Like, I find myself doing that sometimes now where I'm like, well, no, this is like what we should do. And then it's like, oh, wait, no, maybe that was like a fucked up way of doing it for the last 20 years.
Yeah, true.
And then you have to convince yourself like, no, I'm not the asshole here. He is, but do I want to put myself through what I know he's going to put me through?
That, I mean, that's a good part of it. Cause as we know, Coyote Pass today, January 27th, is still not sold.
Yeah.
So this has still not been.
And this is going to be a long ass process when you start involving lawyers. It's like, okay, do we really need to do this? I think they were just hoping they wouldn't have to go and waste money on attorneys, but.
So like what happens now though? Because like now do they have to wait until, or can the lawyers force Cody to just pay them out now? Or do they have to wait until it actually sells? Because it didn't sell before. It sat there for years before the Browns bought it.
Well, I don't think they can force. I mean, Cody couldn't sell it without their consent.
But could they be like, Cody, just pay us out now and then you own the land right out?
If he wants to keep it, that's what he would have to do. Yeah.
Well, he's thinking about it this episode when he's having that family fun time with the kids.
I can't wait.
God. All right, 203.
Despite how it's really actually titled on the land. I saw what was happening, but I trusted it would all work out in the end. And looking back now, I'm like, wow, I was really dumb. Why did I not insist that we were all titled on all the pieces?
Yes, Janelle.
I just was too trusting, I guess. And I don't know why the land pieces were titled exactly the way they were.
Well, we'll find out later.
Yeah.
When Robin tells us about her daddy.
He's kind of the unifying factor. You know, I just want this to be done because this is the only thing that still ties me to Cody and Robin. Ugh. And I'm ready to just close that chapter.
Yeah. All right, Salt Lake City. Oh. I guess that means we're with Christine and David.
I am going to put our house into the navigation.
Can you imagine taking a road trip with Christine?
I'm going to put our house into the navigation system.
She's always in like a character.
Because I'm excited.
David in his head is just like a.
Let's get the Moab. 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 Moab.
Moab.
I hope you like it as much as I do. I will. We're heading out.
I will.
We gotta get to
keep talking about it.
And we have stuff to do. So excited for this next adventure. Owning a short-term rental is really a big deal in Moab. Years ago, I would talk about wanting to get an Airbnb and theme each room.
I want a shrimp room. Everything's shrimp in there.
Like,
I had to really go back and I was like, hang on. And then I was like, oh, we should do like a Forrest Gump reference. But then I guess he is referencing Forrest Gump. Kind of.
Well, I know exactly what he's. So I had to look it up because she's about to say the shrimp, and then he explains, "Oh, there was an animated feature movie that had little shrimps in it." So yes, they were talking about the Forrest Gump, which it gave me some inspiration for the cover this week. Now, the little shrimp he's talking about are the actual shrimp that I use photos of here, and the cartoon he was talking about is a movie called Shark Tale.
Okay, yeah, I think I saw it somewhere. Okay, so he wanted that as that's even weirder.
Those are the shrimp he's talking about.
And he wants that whole room themed like that.
Yep. Like little cocktail shrimp that you eat.
People are going to have sex. They're going to have sex with their lover among those shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the room is jellyfish in the Airbnb listing, Jean says. That doesn't make it any better, really.
No.
Why? Just have a color. I guess it does turn out to just be a color, but let's hear what David thinks.
Shrimp was an animal or small?
Like the fish, the cocktail shrimp you eat. Come on, it's called a shrimp room.
The thing is David's always spitting out ideas. And I think that sometimes he throws things out just to catch me off guard. Look, shrimp are cute, but I'm so grateful that David actually is this involved. So when David had the idea of doing this shrimp room, I was like, yes.
It came from an animated movie, and it was really cute. And then we were talking, all of a sudden that thing just popped in my head.
Fried shrimp. Shrimp.
Like, so fun. They're comedians.
I mean, honestly, I'm shocked that Christine pulled that reference, even though it's like a pretty, like, everyone knows Forrest Gump. Like, I'm still kind of impressed that, like, she knows, like, such a pop culture reference, I guess.
Weird, because you weren't that impressed when I threw out a not the mama from the animated claymation feature TV show Dinosaurs.
It's not claymation, it's the Muppets. Okay, we're at 3:58. Also a giraffe room, Christine says.
Because they're awkward and graceful at the same time.
I'm going to change my name legally to Wooly because some of the paperwork is in Wooly, and I just want to keep it that way.
I changed my name legally to Brown years ago. So it's been Brown for years and years and years. I love taking on David's name. He's been so supportive, and I feel like with him, I'm so much more of a productive person than I ever was with Cody.
I hear that. Can you even hear this?
I'm realizing that we're on the same.
This is okay.
Oh, it is okay.
When they're in the car, it's like noisy because of the car and everything.
When our family in a panic had to move from the state of Utah.
You did not.
I get this light flashing on Cody's car. You could see.
You know what the most annoying part of this clip already is that Robin is in the fucking sports car.
Wearing
drive.
a hat with the ponytail and some bedazzles on it. Wait, no. Why would Robin be riding in the newest sports car, Amanda?
Oh, geez.
How did that work out?
Where are her kids also? Are they with her or is it just her and Cody in there probably?
Well, I think it's her, Cody, and probably like at least one of her sleeping
probably
kids.
all three kids in the back there crushed in. Fun.
Yeah. But Robin got the new car.
Like already that is so annoying, and Cody is so stupid that he didn't think that everyone would catch on to that.
Tire had just come off the ramp.
I'm afraid that we might have shot this thing.
If we needed a sign from God that we weren't supposed to move, we've received it about 10 times during that move.
That's what we've all been saying.
Yeah. Also, you didn't have to move at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Cody does a spectacular job on the maintenance and the routine things that you do to take care of a car or a home. I think we'll just keep it till it's falling apart or I'm tired of it. And then we just sell it and get a new one.
Yeah. For a road trip. How long was the trip again? Like 6 hours? Hello? Who's here, guys? Is it me or is it? Oh, there you are. Okay.
What? Did he kick me out again? I swear to God, I've been like looking at
but
the
I
whole
think
time.
you froze.
Oh, Jesus. No, just like the regular responsibility and upkeep on new things. He doesn't do that with homes. Like, look at the homes that they move out of. They trash them, then they leave. They don't update anything. They don't even freaking paint. But no, he just like destroys things that he has because it has to be new and shiny, but he doesn't know how to take care of it, down to even doing that with his kids. He wants the newest, freshest batch. And then when he's tired of them and they're too much work, push them to the side, whether it's a car or a kid.
Which has to be the only reason that he thinks Ariella is such a great kid, that she's like,
I think he's starting to turn on her, as we'll see in this.
It gets tense.
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw this, but Cody just doesn't know how to be around children past the developmental, like in a developmental stage of
It's
their life.
textbook narcissism. He sees his kids as extensions of himself. So if they are saying or doing or believing something he doesn't, he like cannot process that.
No. And God, I was thinking the other day just how much all these kids must live in just constant fear of if you piss off daddy, he's going to disown you like he did to all those other brown kids. You'll be one of the bad kids like all of them. And as everyone's been saying, I am dying to know what happened with Dayton. Like I want Dayton to like come out and make a statement or something. Or like have Dayton and Hunter out seen in public together hanging out. That would spark such a that would spark something.
I would love it.
I'm at 5:04.
We haven't gone a full mile, and Christine gets a flat tire in the van. I about came unglued.
I was getting angry.
What a bitch. She got a flat tire.
Yeah, not mad at Robin, but like when he's talking to Robin, he's like, "Oh, I think we're gonna."
He actually said we got a flat tire. But when Christine got it, Christine got a flat tire.
Do you notice though that in all of these early flashbacks, like he really is way lighter. Like he has gotten so dark.
His energy is like Meri's now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they really do play off each other.
I turned into a sailor for a minute. I was like, holy cow, I cannot believe this is happening.
It feels like another world. I would rather
Yep.
just my own thing. I can trust that. I can trust you.
But it's definitely exciting to share this with you.
I agree. It's perfect.
Moab. We're in
Moab.
Okay, is this?
I got a bunch of paint. I'm taking the kids and Robin and we are going out to Coyote Pass to paint the tables.
Oh, Ariola's got a sparkle hat on.
By the way, we need to switch this to the background here too. Do we want this or do we want the landmarkers?
I always like Coyote Pass.
The pond.
With the with that gorgeous pond. Who's gonna get that pond? That's what I want to know.
Oh my God. Okay, so here we go.
Hey, over 500 here. Everyone subscribe. Give a little thumbs up. That's all we need. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Head on over to Pod in the City and subscribe over there too. Okay. So what has happened here is that Robin and
The
Cody,
family's rolled up to Coyote Pass for the first time in 2 seasons.
yeah, and Robin and Cody are still under the impression that they can fool any of us, that they really got a good handle on the audience here. They can manipulate us.
They do this all the time. They go out there and get juice boxes for their 20-plus-year-olds. The juice boxes.
Mid-20s. I can't either. And like 2 of them are drinking age here.
I mean, just the sheer amount of food brought to this shows me that they've never had a picnic out there.
Also, aren't they right there? I think the Shira Chateau is like on Coyote Pass.
Fucking roll your shit down the hill and then walk down there. No.
It's a fascinating watch because it's Cody and Robin's own internal narcissism fighting with like how uncomfortable they are and how angry they are with their children at this point. But like, it's just that constant battle between I want to scream at my kids right now, but the cameras are there. So we need to act like this is how we actually interact with each other. Do you think that at home they are screaming a lot at each other or they just really don't interact at all? Everyone's just on their iPads.
Yeah, I think Robin makes sure that they're just kind of like quietly playing on their own. And as we know, Ariola doesn't do that. So I think she really gets under Robin's skin. Even just listen to the tone Robin uses specifically with Ari. Like it's always that the nanny was hired for Ariola.
Yeah. She was there with Solomon, but like the real, like hot, like professional nanny. Also, I will say Ariola isn't even doing anything really that bad here. And they seem like they're both like so.
No, but they know what she is capable of. She took a fucking shovel to the car. I would be telling her get away too.
Well, then don't bring her then if you don't have the control over the situation. You're putting yourself in in this right
Mhm.
here.
Yep.
5:51. Let's see how this goes. Oh god, it's so awkward.
No, I don't need it all. I don't.
He's
A
already
natural
mad.
family
Already
that
mad.
does this every weekend, right?
Yep.
Are they still solid?
Yeah, there's
Robin's wearing a shirt that says "Mama."
Ah, she's really cool. This is her cool
With a
outfit.
hat on too. Oh, this is just everything about it is so performative. It's like they've picked out their like outfits for today. This is my
Of course
casual
they
outfit.
did.
I'm gonna wear a hat and a ponytail. It's just everything is annoying. Check out Cody's six pack right here, by the way. It's 6 minutes exactly.
Coyote Pass freaks them out. Even having a picnic stresses them and freaks them out, as it does me too. Picnics stress me out because
I
you
don't
have
do
to
that.
bring fucking everything.
Yeah.
Robin's hating this. They're all hating this right now, but they're going to pretend that this is good old weekly family fun.
Yep. All right. 6 minutes. Cody's got his work gloves on, and Ariel got her work gloves on too. Ariel.
Yep. Yep.
Not level, Mom.
Okay.
These tables.
Oh, that's
Mom.
another. How do you like that? Throughout this whole scene, Cody is calling Robin mom, and look, I know that, like that's how my mom refers to people in our family too.
Like
Dad.
What is going on? Did I just
I
get
don't
kicked
know,
out
you just
again?
flew back and forth.
I did. I'm not even touching any. Like I swear, I'm just gonna like go like this, and then when I hit a comment, I'll come back up because I'm not touching anything. Totally forgot what I was gonna say now, but that's fine.
Oh, the mom.
Oh, mom. Yeah, you talk like that. I would say more so like when your kids are little, right? Where you're like, oh, go give that to dad, give it to mom. Like you're teaching labels and names, but not necessarily when they're like 20 something years old. Certainly not if you're doing it in front of a camera, I feel like. No? I don't know.
I mean, it's it doesn't sound natural coming out of his mouth either, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing in
true.
this scene does, but all right.
Dad made them. And these are a connection for Robin.
Okay, here we go.
to grab-
Vagina daddy's in the house.
Yeah, we want to scrape the paint off. I'm not necessarily teaching.
Are
They've
they
never done a
using-
chore in their life.
Nope. And this was a fight before this, by the way.
Oh,
I don't want to
think-
do this shit. I was scrolling TikTok, Dad.
No, I think they actually built it up as like, hey, we're going to go out there. We're going to do this. We're going to go. Each of you gets your brush. You get to go out there. You get to help. We're going to paint. And then the reality is you get out there and you're like, God, my kids don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's how I feel as a parent. I'd be like my kids will ask, oh, can we
Just let
help
me
you
do
guys
it.
paint? No, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
That's
we
how I
just
was
did it this
raised.
weekend, and we're like, no, you can't.
My
When
parents
you
sent
have
me
a
off to
mortgage-
college without ever knowing what a chore was. So like I sucked at being a roommate for like my first few years.
Oh no, I'm just saying like painting things like this where I'm like, no, you cannot paint this house because until you need to pay off a mortgage like this on your own and make it appreciate, then you can paint. But something like this, it's outside. Like let them fucking paint it. Who cares?
Well, Vagina
This seems
Daddy
like
made
shit
these, though.
anyway.
Well, we're about to get the backstory about how Robin's mom, handsome Alice, clearly did exactly what Robin did, and it's just really informs a lot more. There's a lot of comments actually throughout the past few weeks of saying like, look, I grew up in this culture and this is exactly how the women, like this is so common. Robin is not any kind of a anomaly. This is exactly how those women, and I kind of get it. It's like a fight or flight kind of response. You got to go in fighting, I guess. But like you can tell that handsome Alice did this and then taught Robin, and then they're both victims. And then Alice says, oh, you're just the Brown family scapegoat. I'm sure that's what she called herself.
Yeah, because stealing maybe your best friend's husband's affection and attention, and you get them all to yourself in a separate house all weekend, every weekend.
That's my dream.
Yeah. Oh, but no. I mean, like, how do you not see that your mom was the mistress and you were the favorite?
And Robin
Just
says this
admit it.
uncle thing, like, oh, yeah, he's not really our uncle, but we called him uncle. Doesn't make it better, babe. And
Disgusting.
yeah, gross.
Oh, you mean your
Gross.
mom started dating your mom's best friend's husband? This is all so wrong. And she talks about like it's so cute. It's a really cute story.
I'm at
Wholesome.
6:18, and Cody is showing Brianna how to scrape the paint off of Vagina Daddy's table with I think they're using barbecue brushes. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, like a wire brush.
I guess that would
Honestly, if it
work.
were me, I would have been like, pull that thing either up in a truck to a power washer up by the house, or bring a power washer down there, power wash that
Oh, I
thing,
wouldn't
let
even
it
think of that.
dry, and like do a giant spray paint, like
I'm
a
at
paint sprayer.
6:18.
Do this, I'm just using their labor to get it done. We're just cleaning it off enough so that the paint that we put on it sticks.
Oh, okay.
How old are these, Robin?
So Dad built them.
Dad.
They lived in the
Yeah,
house.
again, she's talking about her own dad. She's not even saying like Cody, dad.
It's so bizarre to me. You're not a baby. You're an adult. That's their grandpa. You can be like, oh, your grandpa, or
Yes,
your great grandpa,
it's
or
weird.
Maybe 10 years.
Really?
Right after we bought the houses in Las Vegas in the cul-de-sac, I talked to my dad about making picnic tables for each house. We wanted them for each of the backyards for the family.
Also, I don't think
together
it gets
and
talked about enough that that Alice did the same thing that Robin did with Jessup. With do her kids know that? It's that now Robin considers Vagina Daddy her dad, and the other one fucked right off. It's like the exact same situation. Why don't the other wives talk about that more?
Yeah. But now when Christine does it, oof, what a bitch. She's crazy.
Doesn't she know that Cody's their dad? 6:38.
in Las Vegas in the cul-de-sac. I talked to my dad about making picnic tables for each house. We wanted them for each of the backyards for the family together. And
I bet they all ended up in Robin's house.
I bet you they ended up in everyone's backyards, because that's where Robin wanted the kids to go. If she would let them eat food in their house, they would have to eat it outside the picnic table. Like, I know what she's doing. I would have done the same thing if there was kids that I didn't really want in my house, but I
Like
should.
Gwendolyn?
Like, okay, they can make a mess outside.
Uh-huh.
A lot to me. This would make him so happy. You have no idea. That we're all working on them. That we're all working together.
This
My
conversation
dad was very much about getting the family together for a project. I remember my dad walking this property.
There he is.
Really thinking
there.
it was
Oh my
amazing.
God.
My dad's profession was a surveyor for the city of Las Vegas.
Oh,
Okay, couple things.
Squeeze me? Your dad is a surveyor, you say?
Okay, so first, this is that photo of Vagina Daddy and Robin when Robin's vagina was wide open.
Yeah.
That he was staring right down. Also,
Play it another couple seconds.
surveying
It'll come up
thing.
to him actually taking. If you keep playing it, it's him with the camera right after that.
Yeah, fun. Sorry, I was just thinking back to the time that my dad didn't look into my vagina as I was delivering my kids.
Cody did with Madison though, when Caleb was wearing a Superman match set. Swim trunks.
Swimsuit, swim shirt, swim trunks, matching set. Superman.
He might as well have been wearing one of those like swimsuits from the 20s that are like striped.
He might as well have been wearing like a Duggar denim skirt at that point.
Yeah.
No, but the fact that her dad was a surveyor. Now, I don't know if you remember, but when we started recapping the episodes where they moved to Vegas, Robin originally claimed a different lot than she inevitably ended up in. She was going to be where Meri's house was.
Okay. Oh, yes, because we did go back and forth about that.
And Robin, all of a sudden the houses were built and they're like, oh, Robin's moving in. And they never addressed like why those houses were switched around. This makes sense now, because if you remember Robin's backyard, by the time they left, that backyard it didn't have like AstroTurf, or it had bright green grass, sprinkler system. It had hardscaping, a pergola, a swing set, full paver patio. I mean, it had everything. I'm sure that's because her dad came in and was like, well, I mean, obviously you got more opportunity with this one. Yeah, you might back up to the road, but you got a big wall. Definitely don't do that one. They know what they're doing. And that's also obviously why they picked the lots they picked at Coyote Pass.
Yes.
That's how they know, oh, trees are worth more. Yeah. Where? Who told you that? Well, they never really said anything. They just knew. Obviously, he went out there and was like, well, Robin, you take this one. If someone has that one, between this one and this one. And between the two of them, there's sneaky little ways to get what they want.
I hate Vagina Daddy now. I'm at 7,
Okay, thank you for letting me rant.
So we brought him out there to kind of help do some surveying and looking at the different boundaries and different things. You know, my dad was the type to think about what a piece of land would do and like where the sun was coming, where the roads would come in. I don't know, for some reason it feels like a little bit of a complete circle.
We should tip it over, Robin. And do the bottom first and then paint it.
I just don't know how sturdy the tables still are.
We could clean them first.
Okay, all right.
Well, then why don't you fix them first?
They're sturdy enough.
Yeah.
We're good. Okay.
Bring a wrench to tighten it up. You know,
Yes. Oh, they are busted. Well, because they also just leave them out there in the middle of Coyote Pass in the elements. So, like,
well, and that's kind of the point. Like, picnic tables are made like that for a reason, because you're leaving them outside to weather. And maybe they wouldn't be like that if you did the proper upkeep. You know,
no,
like
they don't believe in upkeep in this family.
You know, whether it's I don't know, but like maybe they need to polyurethane them, or again, strip them down. You know, get them weather ready every year. Obviously, they have not done that, nor even used them lately. Otherwise, they would know, oh, this one's probably broken. They haven't been on there in probably a year.
Stuff like this actually gets accomplished that like couple times a year where Cody's having an ADHD attack and he's like thinking about the tables. Yep. That's why this is happening specifically, is like he thought about the tables in an ADHD fit, and now this is what we're doing. We're doing it now. We have to get it done. Have to get it done right now.
Yep.
I'm at 8.
And he's trying to pretend like he knows what he's doing, and he's so fucking clueless.
And he's just yelling, which is always how he is, but he's like way meaner now than he was in those early seasons. We also get a lot of flashbacks of the early seasons with his page boy haircut. And even then, when he's back there yelling, he still has a little bit of like joy and a little bit of like a wink, and not like, I'm going to murder you.
Okay.
8:01.
Gosh, this table's gonna fall apart. What was that noise?
It was on a rock and it just slipped off.
Okay. Oh, it scared me to death.
Scared me to death.
Uncle Paul. Whoa, really? Yeah, he wasn't my uncle. But
also, it is so cringy to watch this family acting. I cannot. Oh, really? Oh, Uncle Paul.
I'm not gonna say it, but
okay.
I'm just saying someone isn't helping.
We've said it. I'm at 8:15.
Someone's enjoying herself sitting.
Him and my other mom were like friends of our family. Before my dad married my mom, he was already married. My mom was friends with my dad's first wife and with my dad. Yeah. That's why I called him Uncle Paul.
Yeah, so my dad, your mom's an asshole.
Because he was actually your uncle. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Paul's a good guy. Because she was single. Because
they did this bitch dirty with this picture, because you cannot tell me that this is the best picture of handsome Alice you could find to throw up.
I'm just going to look up before skinny headband.
No skinny headband. No. Not even
headband?
No, hair's a little more frazzled than that.
That's Robin in the future.
Oh, like years, just handful of years.
And she's an awful woman. She's a rotten woman, just like Robin.
Yep.
You don't tell your grown daughter, oh, you're the scapegoat. They just put everything on you.
She has to say that because she did the same thing.
I'm sorry, I forgot who mentioned it, but up in the comments, someone mentions like, yeah, it's easy to have a honeymoon marriage when you only see each other on the weekends. You don't have to deal with everyday shit. Like you and I talk about, we've said this 100 times before. Yeah, when you're doing dishes and who's doing the dishwasher and the laundry and the bills and the day-to-day shit, of course it's easy to have a honeymoon because it really is a vacation when you see each other.
Yes. Yep. What a bitch too. She was actually friends with and then this is how Robin spit this. Is my mom thought, oh, well, Paul's a good guy. I should marry him. No, you're a bad friend. You are not a girl's girl.
Yeah. If you stayed friends, maybe you would have like moved closer and been like, yeah, oh my God, this would be amazing. All our kids could be raised together.
No, I'm going to take him now 2 days a week from you every week. Because he's a nice guy.
Weekends. Mm-hmm. So we can spend time together as a family on the weekend.
Can we get some pictures of Vagina Daddy and Handsome Alice, like as they're actually young though, so I can maybe wrap my head around why he decided that this would be his life?
Yeah, or let's get eyes on the first wife.
I would love that too. I would love that
See
too.
what her situation was. Yep.
Handsome Alice gives me the exact same vibe and energy as Gary Shirley's mom, Carol.
Yeah.
Same person. Exact same person. They look alike.
Yes.
I'm at 8:38.
And my biological father had been divorced for a while. So then my mom married Paul. He came to my mom's house on the weekends and was in Las Vegas with my other mom.
He's a side chick. Yes, we got it.
Every Saturday, my dad would have some project for us.
Wow, sounds fun for you and your siblings.
Do you think that, like, I want to know how much, I would love to hear the account of this story from the original wife. When she found out about this.
Or Robin's siblings.
Oh, I would love that too. Oh, like her, like his actual kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they see it as like, oh, our dad was great. He brought projects for Handsome Alice's kids every weekend. We really loved it.
This makes her even more rotten to me because she really genuinely in her soul thinks that this is a lovely story that she is now retelling to her kids to encourage them to do such things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm at 9 minutes exactly.
All working together all the time.
He was always a safe place for you. And
This
when
is
he
a fucked up
lost,
thing to say right here.
The world didn't feel as safe for you, did it?
Nope, it didn't.
What?
Thanks. Yeah, here's a safe place for you. And now that he's gone, the world doesn't feel safe for you, huh? Right? Right, Robin? Right?
Oh, weird. Because I thought you were a grown adult woman who had children of her own.
And a husband.
Yeah, who now should be making your home and world a safe place for yourself, because you're not like just a victim wandering throughout the earth and like, oh, I just don't know how to do anything. Stand in your power. Worthy up, Robin. Worthy up.
I can't even imagine the level of anxiety Robin must always have having Cody as her husband, because it's not safe. You never feel safe. He could be
What's he doing?
anything. And he's not going to tell
all
you. Don't ask him. Don't ask him because he will fucking bite your head off.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets an idea, he's just going to do it. You don't know. Every morning you wake up, you do not know where that day is going to go.
Yeah. I also want to know what kind of relationship Robin has with her other mom. Because if you never saw your other mom because they're in Vegas and then he just comes to you on the weekend, where is that big family piece?
Robin is Aurora. Aurora's just probably going to do this.
But wait, I thought Robin always told us, yeah, I've seen a lot of polygamous families who
so many. She has so much experience.
Weird.
This is what I said. Someone got mad at me in the comments like a few weeks ago. Like, no, actually, Amanda, Robin did grow up in polygamy. Well, yeah, I guess technically, but no.
Her version of polygamy, which is exactly what we've been watching. Yeah.
This is why I want to give TLC props. We've been bitching about StreamYard. We've been bitching about Bank of Montreal all year. TLC actually took the notes and like improved on this situation. Patreon. I'll bitch about Patreon until the fucking cows come home.
God, careful.
Careful. Get a customer service line, please. I'm at 9:07.
Sorry, Mom.
I liked him. I enjoyed my time in his
Cool
country.
hat, Robin.
He told you stories
I know.
that nobody else,
Oh,
none
man.
of us had heard.
That gave us some really special moments, you know?
Yeah. Cody had a really great relationship with my dad. He had a lot of respect for my dad, and so I know that's part of why he wants.
Yeah, dirty dogs like to hang around with other dirty dogs and plan their dirty dog ways.
Mm-hmm. They did have a lot in common.
This is a really good episode. Like, this is really, like, they're really dropping some information on us here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should paint. Okay, here's the problem. Getting paint on yourself.
Anytime you're.
What just happened there is that they sanded for about 8 minutes and Cody decided, let's just paint.
We don't need to do it. Just paint over it. Yep. Which
we get the
honestly,
idea, right?
I probably would have done the same thing.
Well,
Like the
that-
tables
they
aren't
didn't
that
even-
important to me.
They didn't sand 1 square inch of handsome woman's house when they went to Wyoming to paint her house. They just overpainted it. And meanwhile, McKelty was getting kicked off by a horse and then pretending like her hip got dislocated.
Right. I think Meri is saying that we need to turn the show up a little bit to hear it.
I mean, I can try.
If that's
That
possible.
was like, ooh, that was like full volume. Hang on, maybe I'm like, if I like close like Facebook or whatever stuff, they can get louder. I had Salty Birches up. We were practicing.
Marsha asks, or is wondering if Vagina Daddy and Cody bonded talking about Robin's vagina.
Well, they both know it better than anyone else in the world.
They
know
talk
better
about
than
it.
Saul and Ari.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Vagina Daddy might have even checked her dilation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she's at 5 inches.
Sort of has a tendency just
Before she
everywhere.
squirted on
Oh, yeah.
April.
Well, that was the second time. This is as loud as it gets. I'm at 9:47. I can shove this mic right up in here, though. Let's get that right up in there with fur.
All right, we got areola.
All right.
It feels right. It's even more. It's like they're eating. It's just everywhere.
Ari, stop leaning over the paint. Stop. You move back.
And then Ari's this other level.
She's wearing
Whoa!
Getting on the tables.
Hold on. Zuleska just sent me pictures of. Okay, I'll just hold that up to the thing here.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Wow. Okay, so we have Paul's first wife, who is way better looking than Robin and Alice, and here is handsome Alice at young.
Oh God. Whoa. That's handsome Al. I mean,
of course it is. Okay, so
I didn't know that
Fine.
she might carry a version of the little person gene.
okay, so then this is Paul's first wife.
I mean, Robin looks like she looks so happy. Wow.
How could she not be?
Okay, well, she's prettier than handsome
Well, yeah.
Alice.
And then I don't know who this is a picture of. She's telling me right now. Young Carol. Who's Carol?
Vagina Daddy? Or I'm sorry, handsome Alice. Or Carol, like Gary's mom, Carol?
This. Young Carol.
Dude, I think that's no.
Who's Carol?
Is that
First wife.
Carol Shirley?
No. This is the first wife. Okay, so those are both the first wife. That's just her younger. Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
she
people are
looks
saying
like
that Ariel looks
Aurora.
like Alice.
She looks like Aurora.
kind of. She has like the big eyes.
They're all related. Okay.
Mm. Well, they certainly
ask
got
and you
something
shall
to look
receive.
forward
Thank
to.
you.
Wow. Vagina
Well-
Daddy's first wife is like, ooh.
But isn't
But
Cody?
I don't blame her. She's basically Meri. She's Meri. She's miserable. She hasn't worthied up yet.
God, his poor first wife. I hope that his first wife got out and like met some guy with a big dick who just
Whoops.
wants her. I'm at 9:59. Ariel is about to do something.
Oh, you did. Ari, no more. You're done with the paint.
It looks like
Why are they treating her like she's 3?
Also, isn't this the fun of painting? Is that you expect to get painted on? You do little like bits where you're like painting each other's cheek, and it's hilarious. The second
You're
area
out
where
on
you get-
your own land. Who cares?
we're done with the paint. She just has a streak on her arm. That was going to
Cares?
happen. You wanted this to be a paint-free experience.
No, because she's thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back home and wash clothes and get Ari. Like it's energy for Robin that she doesn't want to expend.
But isn't that like what's the point of having your kids
Being a
come and do
parent?
this if they can't get a little like dirty? Except this
Yeah.
is how Daphne would have handled this. I wouldn't have even been invited to
Yeah.
pre-paint these tables. I'm at 10:07.
looks like I'm finishing the job, huh? I think that's it. I think we're done. Yeah!
Oh, they rehearsed that.
Yeehaw. I hated that so.
Oh, it was rough. It was
They
really
did it
rough.
one time years ago, and now that's their cool thing they do.
I think one
A
time
yeehaw.
when maybe Robin announces one of her pregnancies or something, Cody makes them all do a hip hip huzzah, which is not a thing.
Well, maybe at like a Renaissance fair,
Yeah.
but not out on the land.
And the family's like hip hip huzzah. Because he was just leading it, and they were like, "What? We've never said that before."
Well,
All
they
right,
just
let's
did
see
a
what.
yeehaw with treetop apple juice. I'm pretty sure that was like juicy juice, like those little mini ones for
Oh
toddlers.
no! All right, I'm at 10:29.
God,
We're
It's counted as.
losers.
okay. We're at 10:31, right after the commercial, and I think this is going to be Janelle and Meri having a Zoom call.
Back in Greenville.
Hey. Hey, what's up? I'm going to do a video call with Meri. All right. So, what are you guys going to talk about? I think she's finally at a place now where she's like, okay, we got to solve the property. So, Meri and I have had a conversation.
Maddie can't even hide her laughter about just Meri being mentioned because Meri is such a joke.
She's like,
of the family.
you're doing it, huh?
How's that gonna go?
Today's finally the day.
I think that's pretty much the general consensus when Mary's name gets brought up around the other Browns. They're like, oh yeah, Meri. No one's even mad at her. They're just like, oh my God, what a mess. Did you see her recent TikTok?
I was just gonna say, can't wait for you to tell us what graphic tee she was wearing.
Only kind of care is what she's wearing in one of the episodes. I'm at 10:55.
I went to her house. And when I first told her, I thought maybe she should get a lawyer.
She was a bitch.
To protect herself. She just didn't know what to do with that information. I'm going to suggest to you that you protect your interests in it. It just didn't go over well. It was awkward. I don't think that there's really any need for protection.
This is funny.
Don't you think that we have each other's backs as far as that goes? No. We've had a
no.
I don't. No. Yeah, she told you, Meri. She told you.
No.
And from past seasons, I have to say, they don't get along. They're two different personalities. But something I will say about Janelle that we can never say about Meri is that Janelle has always been honest.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the
late brutally.
Yeah. Well, to Meri and even about herself, where she's like, yeah, there's been years where I just didn't want to. We just didn't interact because I didn't have the energy to do it.
Yeah.
Or she'll tell Meri, you can be really harsh or brush me off or not think of me. So, I mean, Janelle has always been honest with you, Meri.
Yeah.
You've always been the one that's tried to brush her off. She's trying to help you and she's never stopped.
I just watched the episode where they're out in the land and they're having the conversation about and Meri is so caught off guard because Janelle was not supposed to go off script like this, but Janelle's like, the pond, I just didn't want you out of the pond because how when we all lived together, you'd get mad and you'd slam doors all the time, all that. And Meri goes, wow, Janelle.
Yeah.
So
wow. On your behavior, your bad behavior. Wow.
That's when she's wearing the shirt that says only kind of care. Yeah. It's good. It's really good. Okay, 11:18.
Conversation since where she's a little bit more okay, yeah, I probably need to do something. If we're on the same page, I think it actually makes our case stronger, for both of us. Yeah. So I think it's time. Yeah. So, all right, get out of your way. Before Robin joined the family, we were together for 17 years. A sister-wife relationship is very challenging, and when the personalities are very different, it's even more so. But part of what we strive for in embracing this lifestyle is to learn how to get along and be a team. Were we besties? No. Meri and I still don't see each other. We aren't friends. We don't hang out. But there's no ill will there. There never has been. We just weren't really ever friends. And she really did, for a long time, sort of belonged what I considered the Cody, Robin, Meri camp. And I didn't really cross paths with her. There wasn't any real reason to. But there is now communication about what we need to do as far as a property. Hey, hi, how's it going? Good. That's cool behind you. What you got going on? Just one of the doors here. Here's the thing with me and Janelle.
Oh, God.
I was going to try to tell you, just don't stop. But this, it looks really cool. It's just classic. It looks really cool. What's that, a door? Oh, it's really cool.
No, it's just a door.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. What you got going on back there? Was it a door? It's awesome.
All right.
I definitely.
Mary's just one of the doors here.
Your door.
I'll talk to Christine and Cody about
That season, it's that same season. All of Mary's talking heads, she's wearing this like black bomber jacket, and it looks like she should not wear black. I can't wear black. Mary should not wear black. And her hair is that very severe, like curls, and then like crunchy. And she is yelling all of her lines. I am sure that she is drinking through that whole season of Talking Head. No judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a Listen, Linda. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the Listen, Linda. It's the bomber jacket. Like there's a couple seasons where she's constantly in these like pleathery bomber jackets.
When she started to wear the up.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
She has yet to. 1234.
wanting me to have the piece of property by the pond. I just worried that you get angry at one time,
here
like
it is.
we all do. We all lived in one house. You just slammed the doors. It's like, wow, Janelle.
Okay.
I'm thinking, well, you might just be like, well, nobody can come over and use my part of the pond. Now I just feel like we're doing an okay job having these conversations. It's not like I'm sitting here holding out hope that we're going to have this great best friend relationship just because we're both divorced. I don't. But I do believe that we can work together and be adults about it. I saw the email that you sent Cody. So a while back, I sent an email to Cody and Robin and Janelle just to start the conversation of the property, because I haven't been a part of any conversations. I don't know if anybody else has been talking, but I haven't been. So I just wanted to get it going. And then I see his last, like he acted like he had something going on. And then when we questioned him, he sort of backed down. So I don't know what's true. So there's been a couple of emails from Cody. The first one was, why don't we divide it this really weird way? 6 acres and 4 acres and I don't know. Then there's a second one saying, Robin, I want to sell. He was like, well, I'll find the realtor and we'll sell it and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that you get to decide what we do with it. Sorry, you are not like the head of my family.
That's one of the things that Meri does that irks me the most is that she constantly will say things like she's dropping the mic and she expects the other person to be like, yeah, you go.
I'm
girl.
sorry, but I'm not just gonna.
And Janelle's like, okay, well, yeah, now you're finally starting to catch up to where we were 10 years ago. So thank you, Meri, but I need you to go quicker here.
Yeah, do you want to apologize maybe a little bit deeper or more sincerely because you were a bitch when I came to your house?
Yeah.
Like I told you this last year and you brushed me off like I was the monster for
yes, and then you
lying.
ran and told Cody and Robin and tattled on me like a little I'm at 14 minutes.
I feel like Cody and Robin probably have some plan of what they want to do and how they want to handle it. I think that Janelle has some sort of plan, and I know that I do as well. And none of us are talking to each other because none of us trust each other. I think it's time for somebody to be pushing my interest. I probably will get a lawyer. In fact, I've been talking to one. I hope you feel like that for you too. I do, because it's been a year and a half since the last time I had that conversation with Cody. There's been a lot of confusion surrounding the way things have been done in the family, the way that Cody is with me and has been with me for many, many years. So I think that's why I'm going to get a lawyer to help me through this.
Why don't you get the
process.
same lawyer as Janelle?
I feel like for quite a few years, I've just kind of sat back and just not wanted to ruffle feathers. So I haven't pushed the issue on many things. But I will push the issue now. I did talk to my lawyer and they felt like it would be good for you to have your own firm. And so you're talking to somebody too? Okay, good. I'm glad. You just make sure it gets done fairly.
Yep.
You know, and in a timely manner, because I think he could just drag his feet if he wanted to. That's why I said we need to do this by such and such a date. Let's come up with a date. Yeah, and today's that day. I was thinking today was the day, and good job, Meri. Today's that day.
Yes, act on it.
Yes.
I'm so glad Meri understands it's wise to have a lawyer, because we're not family anymore. I mean, this is people now trying to dissolve a business that went bad, basically. I always felt like our family was supposed to be a team. Right now, I feel like there's the Christine and Janelle team.
You
And then
could
there's
have
the
been
Cody
on
and
that
Robin
team from the fucking start, bitch. You chose
Yep.
wrong.
Wow, Janelle.
I mean, that is really bitchy to bring up on
That-
camera, especially if you didn't know that was coming.
I don't know. Like, that's the reality of it. Like, you like to keep your things to yourself. You like things in a particular way. I do too. I would be like, yeah, I actually understand what you're saying. Like, maybe, yeah, someone else have the pond because I'll go kind of
Sure.
crazy if things are like left. We have a big picnic and things are left. I would probably get upset, and I wouldn't want that.
How about the conversation?
Maybe she could have gotten her house where she can see the pond, but not have it.
Yeah.
And sorry, Meri, but that was the truth.
You did, yeah, you did slam doors.
You didn't want people walking even through your house on a cold, snowy, rainy day. Children, babies, toddlers. So maybe there's a reason why they wouldn't want you to have that, because you have a proven history of being like that.
How about the conversation later though, where they're all talking about like, oh, Robin's such a bitch. She made us knock before we entered the house. And it's like, well, yeah. Like, no.
Yeah.
Robin's like, I think they're really trying to edit Robin as to be the monster here, but I'm like, she's not doing anything. She's like, I wanted them to at least just give like a entrance knock, because I don't like just having someone walk up behind me when I don't know they're in the house. And I'm like, that's pretty fair, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
I would lock my doors all the time.
I don't even like when people knock or ring the bell.
Oh no.
Get ready for this one. I actually got in my car and drove to do a carry out at Pizza Hut so we would not have the same mistake we did last time, where Adam and I were hiding behind a wall in our family room.
When they were ringing the
doorbell.
doorbell.
And they wouldn't stop. So I was going to say one of us, but let's cut the shit. I made him go and get it because
I'm not doing, no.
That's like one of the primary reasons I married him, is that, and I'm not even joking. Like, I agreed. Like, if we ever get something delivered, someone comes to the door, you will get it.
You're dealing with all the actual personal people shit.
Yeah, I don't answer the door. So yeah, I will go to that length to not have someone even come to my door.
Yeah, so I'm on Robin's side here and Meri's side. I'm at 1605.
Exactly.
I don't want to be on anybody's team. There's no protection, Meri, especially for you. You're on one piece. You would get a third. In technicality, you get a third of one of those pieces. And that's not fair, right? No. And because there's really not a whole lot of legal agreements, but there were like family relationships. I mean, like, there's a lot I think that we can stand on. Yeah, there's things that we did because we were family and we at that time. Yeah. We're I've kind of talked to my lawyer about that, and he feels like there's something that we can present there because we paid for the land out of the family account. We all paid for it equally. Mm-hmm.
We didn't pay for Coyote Pass all equally. I paid for an entire lot all by myself.
Now, people are thinking that he means that it was when Christine gave him her plot and then he paid her $10 for it.
No, I think like they separated the lots or whatever. But I think that's just Cody being like, I paid for all by myself. Well, so did they, with the money you guys were paid by the show. Like,
yes,
everyone did that, Cody.
Yes, that is the most annoying part of this. Thank God they all get their own paychecks now. I
like
can't believe
they are looking at it with the same eyes you are, you dumb. What money did you use? Oh, from your gun business or from the show? Well, they all used it from their business in the show. Like,
Robin put in for my sister wife's closet. She put in her $40 that she made this year.
No, she probably just like put some actual jewelry out there, and she's like, "What, Cody? I gave it for the land."
Yeah.
Now I'm using your accent, your Canadian accent.
It's the same accent. I'm at 1651.
At least 92% of it. The rest of the property we all chipped in.
I honestly have no idea why it was set up the way that it was set up.
Well, that was your own fault.
Yeah, like, come on, Meri.
I'm sorry. Like, you're not that dumb.
Yeah. You're a business owner who owns land.
Cody is on every single one of them. And Robin's on 2 of them. And I'm on 1 of them. I remember talking about the property, asking about it, like, why is that I am only on this property. And Cody had a big issue with the fact that I was questioning it. It's like,
yeah, because that's how he's conditioned all these women over the years, is if you ask me, if you challenge my decision making, then I'm gonna bite your fucking head off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but the thing with Meri that is a little bit different with Christine and Janelle is that they have been not in a good place in their marriage for what, 10, 15 years. So I can see where maybe Janelle and Christine would have been like, yeah, I don't really like how we're doing that, but whatever. Or they're like, hey, he and I are married, we're on a land. But Meri, you and Cody, the whole world knows that you guys have not really been a couple for 10 plus years. So why didn't you specifically speak up when this was happening?
I know.
Like, you
And
can't put your head in the sand on purpose and then be like, well, I wondered, but
Well, and
then
you
what?
know that she had Jen, Joelle,
Yes.
Free Fallen, all telling her back, especially Jen, I'm sure at least, saying like, no, Meri, why don't let him do that? And Meri's going, no, you guys, it's fine. He wouldn't do that. So like, it must be so effing frustrating to
Because,
be her
as I've
friend.
always said, she has never changed because it serves her. She likes being the victim. She likes being wronged. And now she can be like, but I'm an independent businesswoman now. I know what I'm doing. No, it's like, you love being the victim of something. You love being able to say someone's wronging you.
Do you think she still has 19 members in her Facebook group, or do you think it's less?
Oof. Well, let's see, 19 times $99. Maybe it'll be enough to pay the symposium speakers
Oh my god! Oh, I don't think they're
if
getting
they all
paid, babe.
go.
I think they're getting the experience is their pay.
Oh,
It's like being a
God.
freelance musician.
Mm,
So the exposure,
fun.
1725.
help me understand. But because I ask questions, I'm the problem. It's really unfortunate that it's come to this. Here's the thing, though.
It's
Janelle.
inevitable that it came to this.
Yep. Here's the moment where I find Meri to have a moment of like humanity or like emotional maturity. Maybe it's Janelle's gonna say, Meri's gonna say, why don't we call them one more time and just see? And then Janelle goes, no, I don't think so, because it's just going to be the same thing. And then Meri's reaction, it's such a small moment, but again, I'll take the breadcrumbs at this point of Meri being relatable. The way Meri reacts is very much like, oh yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like kind of a shared moment between two ex-wives of like, yeah, you're right. Cody is a fucking loser.
Well, again, because the difference here is Janelle is selling her t-shirts or going to sell her t-shirts, and she truly does want to move on.
Mm.
She wants
Yes.
to end this, not
Yep.
communicate, move on. Meri, weird that her first suggestion is, well, maybe we should call Cody and Robin. Hey, having been in a recent lawsuit with an ex, the last thing, first of all, Meri's attorney would have already told her at this point is, don't communicate with him.
Yep.
We're going to do everything from here. But Meri wants to constantly have this interaction and this back and forth with them. That's why, yeah, exactly, Lauren. Meri's jonesing to contact Cody. That's why it's been a year and a half, because she's been wanting to keep this, every so often back and forth.
Yeah.
She's so easy to read. She's so transparent.
And
Ugh.
again, this is stuff that I understand because I did it when I was 20 years old.
When you're in middle school, high school, and you're like, we broke up. He's such a jerk. But then you're like, when he sees me at his football game, he's going to be so jealous. Like, no, you stupid. Don't go to the football game.
Like,
that's Meri.
Like, Meri's acting like me on MySpace when me and Brad broke up the first time. Like, posting like little passive aggressive things. Like, you can put a song on MySpace. I would change my song. Oh, the top 8. Remember, there was a top 8, and that was just creating
that 3-year age gap, babe.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I did all that. This is what Meri's doing at age 55. She's coming out with a salty Birches rap.
It's like on TikTok with the people that do their throwback videos, and they're like, oh, throwback to me freshman year when I found out my crush liked Eminem. Yes, yeah. And it's like them, like, rapping 8 Mile or something.
But again, they were 16.
Exactly.
Meri is 54, just turned 54. Do you guys remember what happened on her 54th birthday, by the way? I don't know if anyone remembers.
As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, where did it go all of a sudden?
Because Vicky was
54. All right, let's continue here. We're at 1736.
Seen happening for years and years and years. You know, like it's hard for me to like really acknowledge because I thought that we were all better than that. I feel like the last decade of my life I have been living this. I don't know. I have no idea because it looks like it could be this way, but maybe it is and maybe it isn't. It is easy to go to, oh, did you have this plan ahead of time when we decided to do a legal divorce?
Yes.
14? I know why I did
When
a
Robin
legal
was 14.
divorce, and I know where my heart was. I don't know where anybody else's heart was because of things that he
Though they
has
told
said
you.
Yes.
then, you know, it makes me wonder. I didn't think that Cody was capable of something like that.
Why though? Because
So-
he's done nothing but prove that he is capable year after year. I guess maybe not until Robin came along. Everyone is pretty much in agreement in the Brown family that he was like great.
Well, and
Up until
I'm not
Robin.
coming. And Meri also saw Cody not go to Isabel's surgery. Like he's not going to anyone except Robin.
Well, so it's been a couple of years at this point since she even saw on the tell-all when they showed her Cody saying, "I don't care if Meri finds someone else. I never loved her." So she's forgiving all of that over and over. Everything is the last straw for Meri until it isn't,
Mm-hmm.
because she's the cool ex-wife.
They were with therapist Nancy, and Cody was like, "Yeah, I'm just not ready to have that kind of a relationship with you right now. Nope." So this is Meri changing the story.
1821.
People suggest that to me. I'm like, no. I don't think that was the case. And then
You are
part of me is like,
dumb.
oh, but wait, maybe.
I have had my suspicions he's doing something and doesn't want us to know, which is worse.
So to me, it feels like Cody has kind of two speeds. Like either he's ignoring me when I ask about the property.
You've been
Yes, because he's probably
not wanting to
bipolar.
necessarily discuss the property.
we got months to go.
We have really only about 3.5.
Can you imagine if you owed what 80 grand or something somewhere, and you had 3 months, and you're the way you're approaching that is, well, we have months to go.
Mhm.
Crazy.
There's
Oh,
gotta
it
be
must.
there has to be some sort of like real estate loan, something with like there has to be some sort of like equity or collateral or some reason why Cody and Robin were delaying the eventual sale or putting up on the market with Coyote Pass and then the new house that they were going to get. Like there has to be something with the timing why he was dragging that out so much. Because
We'll never know.
honestly, if he needed the cash, what easier way to do it than like, yeah, we need our cash to get this new house. They obviously know what's going on and they're being very sneaky about the timing of it.
And it's also interesting to watch. Can you hear me? Oh yeah. It's also interesting to watch Janelle navigate Meri because she's lived with her for so long that she has to kind of manipulate her a little bit. Like she has to talk to her like she's, like this is Mary's idea. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Wow, Meri, you're so smart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Good point, Meri.
Wow, I love your doors. That's really something. That's really awesome.
1848.
Or else he's really gung-ho, which always makes me like, why? Why are you gung-ho? In theory, Cody could do whatever he wanted with the property that he and Robin
Don't
are
say
on.
that.
It'd be really mean, but he could do it. I mean, I hope he hasn't become that person, but I don't know who he is anymore. I don't recognize who this guy is.
I like when Janelle says that because I think that is one of the few things that really does get under Cody's skin is when they constantly say, hello, are you there?
Oh, you saw it. I just saw like just the background for a second. I'm telling you guys, I don't know.
No, you're back. You're back. I wasn't sure if you were just listening intently or if you were frozen. I think that's one of the things that does get under Cody's skin is when they say he's changed. This is not the man I used to, because that would bother me too. If somebody's like, she is not the same person she used to be. Like she was way better before. That would like really bother me. And that would
it's a judgment.
It is a judgment.
It's judging someone.
Saying your personality sucks now.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, I don't like you. You're unlikable now. 1906.
On this, I'm not rushing, but I'm not your servant to boss around. You're wanting me to
Such
do
a
something
baby.
you could do the footwork on, ladies. And
Your name is on every lot, though.
Yeah, what do you want them to do? You stupid idiot.
I guess
Ugh.
get surveyors out there themselves, but are they even allowed to do that without Cody's
Well,
permission?
they have Robin's daddy.
Oh, so trust us. Vagina Daddy's got it under control.
Yep.
I'm not that interested in doing it.
I've offered to help with the property.
Of course.
And
I'm
it's
sure she
just a
has.
slow process of adding names to titles. After all these months, it's so odd to me that it is not resolved yet.
I don't know. Do you want to have a conversation with Cody? Do you think
Here's
No!
what
Flagstaff?
Sorry.
Like, could you and I like meet and have a conversation with him? Do we want to do that?
I don't know, Mary, because I don't think it's going to do any. Like, it's going to be just a bunch of the same old blah, blah. Like, I'm going to stay in contact and I can provide all the documents. But I'm not sure it's worth having a conversation with them.
At this point, I don't have anything to lose. I don't have any relationships that I need to worry about losing. I put money into it. I'm going to get my part out of it.
I still feel some emotional, like, oh my God, I just want to walk away from all of this and just be like, whatever. But I have to fight for what's right. I have to fight, well, not for what's right. I have to fight for what's mine. I have to fight for what's mine. And sure as hell, no one else is going to. I just want to get this done. It's the only thing that ties me to Cody.
All right. Also, if I was Janelle, I'd be like, did you need to get a shot of me from the back sitting there?
I know,
Like, did you have to put that
know.
in? God, I'd be so irritated.
This is our. Okay.
Poor Janelle.
Okay, I'm at 2043 Wood Moab.
Moab.
This is
Is this it
our.
right here?
This is it. Yes.
Wow, this is
So David works construction. He's very particular. I hope that he likes it. It's a big investment for us. Welcome to our
It's
first
very
search
nice on the
rental.
outside.
I'm about to open this door and show David our house that he's never seen before. And I am a little bit nervous. Okay.
Well, when I go into the house, I look at everything. I look for cracks. I look for bad textures. I can see everything.
Do you see why I may have been nervous? This, of course, is the living room. And then the kitchen. Look at the colors and stuff.
No, I like it a lot.
When David goes, hey, it's okay, that means he actually likes it a lot.
Listen to how Christine spins this story to David being just the greatest guy on earth. They're going, well, that's good. I like that.
I've looked at things up to see if there's like, different textures. Like texture, like cracks or texture. Really? Wow.
Kind of fitting that our David voice is basically just Forrest Gump.
Yeah, but like, what else can you do, drywall man?
Also, that would irritate me too. If I was showing him my place and he's immediately pointing out like drywall shit.
I'd be like, don't point it out. If you want to take care of it when I'm not there on a weekend or something, or you want to drive out and do it. But I do not want to hear any critique on a place I just took a mortgage out on. Don't do it.
Rob used to comment on like painting spots in my house that were bad. I would get so defensive because I'm like, my Auntie Debbie did that.
Because guys, it was a painter. Right?
There's like a possibility him and the drywall guy have probably worked together at some point. Which like 2132.
So when he says the words, he likes it, that is like really, really big praise.
Her standard is so low.
I know, that's the
So
sad
it's
part.
even better. And as a woman too, there's not a lot of opportunity that we have to have a lot of things in our name and to be able to really have financial security. I've always wanted to have some income producing thing. I've just always wanted to be more of an effective human being.
Now, what I like about this is opening this up right here. You're sitting out there and look at the view over there. That's incredible.
Gorgeous.
Look at the view of this
neighbor's kitchen.
Yeah, look at the view of this house with the mountain peeking off the top millimeter.
Yeah, I suppose if I sit on the floor and look up through the window over
Check out that view.
building adjacent to us, I can see the tips. I
The
mean,
apartment-
they're
the
trying to
apartment I
market
lived
it.
in,
Good for them.
The apartment I lived in with Nick in Astoria was like promoted as like view of New York, a view of the Queensboro Bridge or something, and you had to fucking like stick your neck out of like the little like the guest closet. like, oh yeah, there it is.
It's there. It's there.
Swing your head around the side of the house. There she is.
Well, I like what he's going to comment on over here. At least we know that he would have had an eye for things that could be of danger to children.
Oh well, yeah.
He would have been a nice house guest when
Just
Julia
get
is
it done.
sick.
When I was married to Cody, I remember in Vegas wanting so bad to have something like this. But I think that there was just so many things happening with the kids all the time. That's really where my focus was. I just figured someone else could do that. Janelle would start a business, or Robin did start a business, and then Meri started a business. And I was like, you know what? I'm content. I'm fine with just being a mom. I didn't know that what I had in store for me was to be a business owner of my own.
This is nice. I like this. This is great.
This is it. So the
It's just nice to watch her having full power over her own fucking life and money.
Yeah,
Her
doing
money
something
that
she
she
always
earned.
wanted to do. Yeah.
Yes.
Passive income. It's sitting there. It's making money like she wanted to do with the t-shirts, which we'll talk about.
Oh, you know what? I saw a thread. Whenever the Robin 5K t-shirt things come up, I always love looking at the comments because there'll always be someone who's like, oh, what? Explain this to me. And it's really nice seeing all the comments because everyone jumps in there with Janelle came out. Robin did this. She tried to do her dirty. Janelle came out looking like a fucking snack. Even Cody was like fucking like hard boner.
Yeah,
like, I love it.
You look
Because
good.
that is what happened. She looked snatched. And Robin looked like a frumpy fucking dumb bitch. Yeah, who's like, I hurt my back. I really wanted to do the 5K, but I hurt my back.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Just like she had a tummy ache on the day of group therapy.
Yeah.
Because Nancy was, and I quote, aggressive.
When she was like, oh, are you sure about that, Cody? Or Robin, do you really feel that way? Robin's like, she was so aggressive with me.
So aggressive to me, Cody.
Yeah. Now I have an ulcer. 2241.
So here we have that queen size pull-out couch, that leather one. And then we can either use that piece of furniture that my mom had, but I'm thinking that would look great down there.
The half-wall upstairs is nice to overlook, but I wish it was just a little bit taller, just for safety reasons.
This will be the strip room.
Okay.
The rooms are a little small, but it's okay.
So big.
You don't have to say that either.
God, she has way too much energy.
You've done good.
Nice.
That was really good.
Aww.
Also, to Christine, David is acting excited. And to me, his reaction is about bare minimum where I wouldn't be irritated with it.
I know
He's
exactly
right
what I
about-
would do. I'll be honest. I would instantly be like, you don't like what? Just tell me. I can tell like you're holding back what? What?
Because he doesn't seem that
tell me.
excited. He's like,
Yeah.
you're good. Yep, it's good. That's like, I'd be
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, are you sure? Because you're sounding like you're holding back on something.
But that shows that Cody would have come in and just started immediately picking everything apart and being like mad, and they would have gotten in a fight.
Yeah.
Wow. 2310.
You're awesome.
Thanks, babe.
Yep.
All right, fine. Done.
You're awesome.
Let's move. We're back in Coyote Pass. Fun
Oh, here we
family
go.
day.
These picnic tables are going to give us.
Oh, is this this is another day? I guess I never put that together. They're
Well, they
back.
had to let the paint had to dry on the tables. Now they're going to come back again, the second time in a year. You believe it?
Second time in their life.
How did they find the time? What with their full-time jet? Oh wait.
And we're going to go enjoy them. We're going to have a hot dog
Enjoy
roast
them.
and make some s'mores and enjoy this gorgeous piece of property that we still own for now.
She was rolling her eyes as she said,
Yeah.
she's like,
Only
No, you can split wood as soon as I've got the wood I need to.
Cody is just in a full rage right now.
"I need a man."
He is filled with adrenaline for some reason. Like, I would love to know what happened right before they got here.
I also want to know people who use. I wish we had Ann Report right here because she knows how to swing an axe or a
Sure does.
hatchet. Anyone who swings an axe splits wood. Can you tell us if Cody's method is correct? Because something about the
He's starting from
put
about
a
here.
hand up here and then just slide it and then swing.
There's now like
maybe
He's
we start with like the equivalent of bumpers on a bowling alley.
yeah.
whatever the equivalent of is that. Maybe that's what we give the kids before they start
Well,
swinging.
he had a chainsaw in the last episode that almost
Yeah.
like flew up into the sky.
Mm.
2342.
Fire.
May I cut wood as well? Cody, I think
Whoa.
What is wrong?
I think Brianna doesn't speak
Can
that much.
I speak?
I think it's like when you wake up in the morning and you don't talk for a couple hours, and then we like come on here and we're like, "Hi, oh boy." It's like
What?
you're surprised by your own voice.
They seem very kind of like uncomfortable on edge around him as well.
Yeah. Well, he's standing there chopping wood, like flailing away.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see his technique here.
Okay.
to show this cute girl swinging that axe.
What?
Hey, Ari, I need your worm off the food table.
You know that the rules with Cody is just let him do it.
You know your dad's gonna want to go out there. He's gonna like cut a bunch of wood, let him tire out, and then he's gonna be fine. He'll want to go home early. We don't have to stay out here.
We'll give him a granola bar. Yeah.
Prairie dog shit over here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Dayton's also not here.
Brianna, here you go, sweetie. Left hand's on the bottom, right hand's up here by the head.
Okay, this terrifies me.
Bring it down.
It seems like you have left control as you're sliding both hands
You're like
down.
moving your hand as it's going down.
I think we did a phenomenal job on them. What I need to do is be reminded every
Those abs,
thing.
Amanda. Where are those hands of
I'm
yours?
looking at him, yeah.
Hands above your waist. I know you're looking at those abs, getting pretty excited.
Well, then I was looking at Ariola, who is playing with worms because of fucking course she is. Yeah. There's nothing
Well,
that
she's a
fits her personality
naturalist.
anymore. What? Oh, naturalist. That's right. God. Cody's proud of this.
Just like Cody's employed. Okay. Just like Robin works.
I keep wondering every time we're out here if it's the last time we're going to be out here. That's
Frizzle,
kind of a hard thought.
That's a good point, but every time we talk like that, I start thinking about a way that we would keep the pond.
Oh, it's literally.
Let's just not go there, dear. That's just. I love Coyote Pass. I always have. It's hard to think of letting it go.
Robin and I haven't really synced up. We're in different places. And it's an in and out. It's like sometimes I want to keep it, sometimes I want to sell it. And Robin knows we need to sell it, but sometimes wants to keep it.
Let's just
Oh, that's because she doesn't really care. She
Yeah.
just wants to do the opposite and be a victim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long
Yeah,
as
it's
she has
true.
money and stuff, it doesn't really matter what goes on back there.
She wants the land. She wants Coyote Pass if it looks like Meri and Janelle are also wanting it. And she doesn't want
That's
it
100% what it
when
is.
it serves her. So
Exactly what it is.
that's why she
Meg
flip-flops.
says she only wants to keep it because she's a hoarder. There's also that. But what if we really want it? What if next month we really need it?
Where are we going to put all the junk we put out on this
Yeah.
land?
They do store a bunch of shit here, like for all their failed businesses.
No, that was Janelle, actually. That's because Janelle had her trailer out there once.
Once, yeah. And
She
she wasn't
left
allowed
all
to
this
park it in
mess.
any of the other lots. She was going to have to like do an official meeting for that.
No. Oh, you know what? I forgot where I saw this, but someone brought up like, whose land are they doing this on? Whose land are they?
Well,
Remember,
they're on
because-
the pond land, aren't they?
Well, the pond seemed like it was over. I don't know.
I think they hang out by the pond in a second. I think they're by the pond.
Okay, well, is that their land? Because remember, Janelle.
They're all
couldn't go when
Cody's
anyone
land,
else
though,
was.
Jody. They're all Cody's land. So yes, of course, they
Okay.
can go anywhere, which is so irritating.
Topic. So every time I'm out at Coyote Pass, I'm just like, my heart aches, and I see the vision that I've always imagined. You know, all of the space and the houses.
If we were to build one home, like right around this spot somewhere here, then we would have this experience perpetually. This
Oh, okay.
spot is literally the last place our family ever got everybody together.
Well, that's your choosing, your fault.
I think Zuleska was the one that said this. I'm not sure. It might be someone else. I'm so sorry if I'm getting it wrong. Somebody in the comments or something said that the way this timed out, these scenes are clearly much more recent because Ariel is so big. That this probably was filmed after Garrison. So, and I buy that now rewatching this because Cody does seem like he's getting a little bit choked up here when he's saying that's probably the last time we all saw each other. So that's interesting. I would agree with that. He does actually seem like he's
Yeah.
having like he's connected to his fillings for a second here.
Yeah.
Kind
Oh my
of.
God, that's really sad.
Yes. 25, 30.
Ugh.
There's the last place.
Look at this, is beautiful.
There's Garrison.
Oh, yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
back.
We're going to
Oh.
line that pond so it won't disappear.
Oh, look,
I just
Cody, Ariel is small enough. She's probably 2. He's holding her
Yeah.
there. So it was that long ago.
It was a long time ago. The episodes between Cody and Gabe are brutal. I forgot how many there are. It's not just him missing his birthday. There are like the scene where they're like trying to roll the logs and the one log won't go and Garrison like fucks off early. That conversation goes on a while and Garrison is fully begging Cody. And it is so that one is way more brutal because Gabe cries in the talking head after that one too. He's like, "Are we done?" He's like,
The
"I just
Teflon
want my
Queen.
dad."
Wasn't that Teflon Queen?
Yes, I think it was probably Teflon. All of those episodes, everyone, guys, it's time. This is the time to rewatch season 16, 17, 18. They are good.
Mhm.
They're fascinating to watch, honestly. I know that we recap them, but I almost feel like when we get to those episodes, we just
Go
recap
back
them.
again. Yeah.
I think we should because now we know so much more. We could do that,
Yeah.
honestly. We could just do the whole series
Oh my
over and
God.
over. and
Perpetually.
we could though. I honestly think it wouldn't be bad because we're learning new things every year that informs it. I would do it. I'll fucking do
I
it.
got a thrill. I got a thrill.
Can you talk to everyone for 30 seconds while I pee?
Oh gosh, sure. Okay, so I mean, getting caught up on comments here. So let's go through. Check out Cody's gray roots. Yeah, Robin's got a lot more gray too. Which is weird because she gets her hair done a lot, you can tell. Let's see. Okay, so this was summer 2024. Getting caught up. Let's see. He's only sad. Oh, it's really sad. He's sad because Garrison can't make him laugh anymore. That's really sad. Let's see. Lena, he wanted Meri to build first so she would pay for utilities to come to Coyote Pass. Think about that. Or even Janelle, because they had the cistern, but yeah, did they even say how many houses that would be good for? Do you remember how many houses the cistern could serve?
They were gonna have a cistern for each house because I just watched that one. So, and then it just ended up not happening. But they just had like the one that was there. Look, this is Mrs. Frizzle, Miss Frizzle.
Oh, Miss Frizzle. I love the Magic School Bus. I thought this was an interesting comment. He wanted Meri to build first so she would pay for the utilities to come to Coyote Pass. I was like, or Janelle.
Yeah. Yep. Imagine the stink of the pond where they were eating. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Right.
Gross.
That's pissed. Okay. You want to try to sit there? You sit with me? No, you're over it. You're over it.
Fish in it.
Oh.
I don't know. It's just been so difficult and so sad with the family. I know everybody just wants out of the pain.
Oh, whatever, Robin.
We're missing these 2 pieces.
You're missing the plexiglass.
All right.
It took Isabel longer.
I don't know. It's like a
The cat just hissed really loudly at Walter. Okay. I'm at 2641.
have begun.
We're at Moab again.
Janelle's coming to visit Moab.
Trying to connect. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. Hey! Oh, I didn't knock. Huh? I didn't knock. Is that okay?
Oh, here we go.
I want to know what happened before. This Garrison hasn't passed yet, I assumed here, but like Janelle, I think, was planning that the whole way up. She's like, I'm gonna mention the not knocking thing. I'm gonna come right in. I'm gonna come in guns blazing with this.
Yeah, I mean, in this circumstance, I could see not. They know you're arriving. You're there to,
Oh, I'm just
not
saying
good
that
deal,
Janelle's
but-
in her petty phase right now, where she's like, I'm gonna bring shit up. So, and you
Yep.
know, Christine is always ready to
Christine
go
can't
along with it.
wait.
Yeah, she will. Yes, and
I think a
any
courtesy
reference.
knock is fine. Now, if it was like you had to knock, wait, ring the doorbell, a kid answers, you have to wait for a grown-up to come down. Like, that's how they probably ended up doing it, which is why it's still such a sore subject.
Yeah, like and someone up in the comments were like, "Well, I think the point was that they don't feel comfortable in Robin and Meri's house." Yeah, no, I
Because
understand
they're
that. But like,
family. They're
Yeah.
family, yeah.
and again, and on that person's point, this is what they signed up for. So if this is the agreement, it's a free for all, everyone's welcome, then you got to kind of stick to that, Robin.
Well, and that was how their family functioned before you came.
Yeah.
So it is on you to do most of the adjustment. It just is.
2657.
I never really cared much about the knocking. There were people in our family who did when they first met Cody
Such a
and we
bitch.
went to
There are people in our
Wyoming.
family who
It
did.
was this weird culture shock to me that nobody knocked. You just walked into houses. And I think over the years that we were there, I just sort of adopted it because it's really easy. It's awesome, you know? I wanted everybody over whenever they wanted to come over. The Robbins house, way too many rules. You'd have to knock on the door and wait for like someone to come to the door and answer it. What I kind of asked everybody to do was like do an announcement knock because
I think that's okay. That's like, hello, just in case someone is walking or two people are making out or something, just like a hello.
Okay.
I'm here, announce your arrival.
Yes. But I bet what they did was lock the door and then someone knocks and no one ever comes to the door.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
But if
Robin
you are supposed to be a family, siblings.
Robin probably had a full security system that would like you could hear it down the road if Gwendolyn happened to walk in the house.
Although here's the thing that we're forgetting that Janelle and Christine lived was that Robin is the one who is screaming. They never accepted my kids as their siblings. They were never like the rest of everyone else. We were supposed to, we were made to feel separate, but you made yourself feel separate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we couldn't just go over to your house like we always did with Janelle and, or whatever. It's, yeah. And, really good point, Alicia. Robin was hiding Cody. Like if the kids went over there, hey, Dad.
True.
Oh,
Dad's here again.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good point. 2730.
When someone is all of a sudden in my space, Meri, I felt like you had to knock. My kids always felt like there were just so many rules at Meri's house. I've just always been the type that wanted a little bit of a knock as they were walking in. I don't know if I feel like walking around in the nude. I want to know that somebody's there, so maybe I shouldn't.
That was kind of a likable moment for Meri. Like again, I'll take the crumbs.
Oh, wait, you forgot.
It
was actually hilarious.
Oh, kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Quite frankly, she's hilarious. Yeah.
That was okay. It was fine. That was a moment where I'd be like, oh yeah. Like it was like I feel like there's like a emotional maturity adult, like two adults talking maybe.
Now I would have loved her if she would have said, now I might be like eating a banana or something.
Oh, your thing is gone.
Oh yeah. Cause I said I might be eating a banana or something.
Yeah. But the banana's not there now.
What? I'm looking at my banana. What do you see?
It's just like the white screen.
Okay. I am taking a screenshot so you can see what I'm seeing. I see your boot lamp.
What's going on over there?
What?
What are you doing over there?
I'm going to upload this.
Oh, they see the banana. I don't see the banana. Okay. Again, what we see is different than what you guys see and hear.
Let's do this.
I can't wait to go back and listen to the salty Birches thing and hear if we're more in sync than we thought we were or less.
Nope.
2748. Nope. Nope. 2748.
Like, I gotta know these things.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
Oh my.
Ooh, Mitch has got a little man bun. Okay.
I'll take it on Mitch, I guess.
That goes upstairs in the den. Aspen and Mitch and Isabel, Hayden.
Oh, this is so nice having this many people help.
Colton came, Ray came. I have some cousins here. We just have a big slew of people. The shrimp room, the first bedroom that you go to upstairs. There's 2 rooms upstairs. A giraffe room. We have a shrimp room. Little shrimp on the walls. Is it the color of shrimp? I don't know. And then the giraffe room, I'm like, spots.
Janelle, who you joking? Who are you playing with? You like shrimp and bananas. Come on. Or shrimp and blueberries.
I don't know where this is at.
David made a Back to the Future reference there. But I would have been okay with. I would have been like, all right.
Okay, what do we got going on here? I've been doing drywall since 80, so I can put this together.
I mean, This is nice. It's Isabel. Isabel's always, well, they're really making it out to seem like Isabel fucking hated David, where all she ever said was, I think it's moving a bit fast. And then Christine was like, I don't give a
I'm not
fuck
used to
what my
seeing
kids
my
think."
mom date or be affectionate with someone. That's all she said.
Yeah, give me time. And now she's like, look at who Isabel and him are best friends now. It's like, okay, like, we're really playing this up.
It took Isabel longer to warm up to David because she remembered a bit more of mom and dad.
She wasn't sure if
Yeah,
David
she was there
gonna
for all
come
that.
in
Our
and
mom
take
and dad.
we're making like a table stand. We're trying to make it, and the instruction sheet has 2 pieces that we can't find.
There's nothing in that box at all.
No, I just think Isabel is just warming up to David. You know, I hope so. I think so. I think that interaction could have gone so differently if David wasn't David. Instead of being like, "This can't be done," he like tried to problem solve by saying he would do it himself. It's nice. Moving with Cody, moving with David. Efficient, and he gets stuff done. David's very efficient and he gets stuff done. But Cody would get in a mode and I would just let it happen. Just get in your mode and I'll just do whatever you say.
Yeah.
We loved this episode, by the way, and we recapped this episode and I still remember it. We were in stitches where Cody runs around all afternoon trying to find these screws. And did he get mad at Logan for some reason?
I think Logan was trying to do it, or he was blaming Logan, but Logan was right.
Logan dismounted it at the old house and like didn't pack it right or something.
That's
like,
it was something like that.
Yeah, it's always gonna be someone else's fault.
And then it was there the whole time, and Cody in this moment is like, it was here the whole, and you can tell Janelle knows that he could go either way here, and she's like, she knows that he's on the cusp of yelling at her, so she's going, I didn't know.
Yeah, he automatically is like, this is your fault. They were right here.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put them in a place where I could see them without moving something?
Oh, sorry,
woman.
when we were fleeing in the middle of the night, I wasn't concerned about these 4 screws.
Yeah. Or you could just
29:31.
figure it out without being a fucking idiot.
But the one thing that's on her side in that moment is that the cameras are there, so he kind of switches his mood into like, I'm laughing about it, but like you can feel it right here.
Yeah.
I don't know where the parts are. I'm just trying to figure it out. After basically clearing all 4 wives, checking to see if they've got them. Now I got to go and get them at the hardware store.
Construction projects, I think he just sort of winged it. There's always a couple extra
Savannah.
pieces around, but if it's solid, and then you did okay.
That's the stuff right there.
Oh, to mount it?
Oh,
Yes.
it's mounted.
I've been chasing all over the place, and it was here.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
He hates that the cameras got him.
He hates it because he
Panicking.
switched it right there. Like, oh, I'm laughing about this.
He
But
did
if
like a
they
little
weren't-
comical. He's like, he like crossed his eyes. He was like, it was here the whole time. Wah. Like almost like a Lin-Manuel Miranda performance.
Mugging. He's mugging.
Mhm.
That's a joke, Savannah. We always
Well,
make
I think it was Peyton that said, or Peyton or Gwendolyn maybe, that said dad actually was dad.
Yeah.
Was having the cameras there. Actually, he was a lot nicer when the cameras were around because it kept on his best
Yes.
behavior, which is pretty horrifying to hear from his kids, his young kids. Those are the 2 younger tier of kids too. Scary. 3008.
Not your dad. He always needs a beautiful assistant when he does something.
You don't even really do much except criticize what he does. If you got too intense, I would just start messing with him. Be like, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. And he would get really frustrated. With David, he includes me more. It was more fun with David. Okay, I'm going to open the door. Like, I just literally broke that tree.
Yeah.
So Christine and David have a very playful relationship, and I think that's definitely a different life.
If
I
you
think
say
David kind of
so.
wanted that. Where Cody wasn't always available or didn't really want to be. David's fully into all the things that she wants to do.
Aspen and Isabel both thought that this was just our second home.
They thought you were just randomly buying a second home.
And Isabel would tell people, and they'd be like, "Not alive, your mom's rich." Yeah. Janelle and I are closer now than we've ever been. When I told all the adults that I was going to be leaving Cody, I
I've decided to leave. I'm going to leave Cody.
and Janelle started to cry.
Yeah, I guess I just can't imagine after 30 years, like, how this looks.
I realized that this was going to impact everybody more than I realized. And then Janelle came over after. She goes, I just want to talk to you and I just want to know what's going on. And where's our relationship?
It's different.
I think it's totally different.
Now
I
it
love
just
them.
focus
I know.
on the common experience.
And this was the whole season where Cody's like, just so you guys know, Janelle and Christine talk shit about each other all the time.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
they
like,
used to, but guess what? They're talking about you behind your back now.
and they've realized
that's
that
what
you were the
kills
person that
him.
was stirring this shit all the time. They realize that now. And guess what? They're adults, so they've moved on. And they raised your fucking children together. So you
Yeah,
should
can
be
we
on the
just
ground
talk about that?
kissing their
No
feet.
matter how bad your ex is, if they are being a good parent and raising your kids for you, maybe you should shut the fuck up because they can make your life much more difficult
You'd think.
than it
Oh,
already is. And these two women have done a phenomenal job of raising their kids. Like their kids are seemingly pretty sweet and they have jobs and they went to school and they live in their own homes or rent their own places. So even if he hates them and they were shitty to him, respect them as a mother of your children and not treat them like you're a freaking idiot. It's like, that's why Cody's so upset because he knows now Christine and Janelle are comparing stories.
Oh, I mean,
And
because
they
that would
know the
that would
truth
piss
now.
me off too. Like I can understand.
Oh, for sure. And as we all know, even Robin is finding this out now that Cody's basically just been driving around. He's been
He goes.
not at Christine's house, like he said, not at Janelle's house, like he said, not at Robin's. Where the fuck he be?
Yeah. Oh,
And he
man.
hates that they're smarter than him. They have
Yeah.
all of his fun, cool kids that
And
he
now
thinks
Mary's
are cool.
in there with them. Oh man, his one person that he had wrapped around his little finger is finally slowly.
Meri and is Meri. Even on Mary's
And
best day, she's
if
not fun to
Janelle
be
and
around.
Christine play this right, and I think Meri, let's be fair, is pretty easy to manipulate. I could have her wrapped around my little finger in 2 seconds.
Oh,
So,
wait,
like,
I'm
he
sorry, just
knows.
really quick. Lauren, this is it. Any man who would tell that nacho story about a woman who birthed 6 of your children is a piece of shit.
And then doubles down on it
Exactly.
several times. He proudly
He
tells
put
that
it
story.
in a where's my book is currently my phone
Mine's back
holder.
here somewhere.
Oh, there it all goes. Sorry.
It's okay. We don't
It is
need the book because we know it by heart, the whole passage.
New York Times bestseller. He puts it in a New York Times seller.
It really does begin and end. The nacho story to me is just so important. That is just such an egregious thing. It's unforgivable. It's unforgivable.
Yeah. Like 30 years later, you're telling that story. She was fucking disgusting.
3141.
I think that it's even more than that. I think it's deeper than that for you and I. I would consider you one of my best friends. We realized that we wanted each other in our lives, and it became a choice to stay connected.
Because you're the
Without
parents.
The drama of being married to the same man, sort of a lot of the conflict went away.
Trauma bond.
Yep.
Retained
Yeah,
a
it's
lot more
true.
in common.
The property closing and everything.
Yeah.
Nice. And you'll tell us and we'll come out?
Yeah, I was telling Maddie we should do like a little celebration or
I would
something.
love that.
You have to
Well,
mark.
here we go.
Yes, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal. This is a big deal. Yeah,
It's
so
both marks of our independence and our new life.
it is amazing what I've accomplished and what you've accomplished.
Yeah.
It's been kind of nice. I guess when you take
Cody
the
hates
committee
this.
or the
Cody must
bureaucracy
hate
out of it,
this.
We would have business meetings where we would try and figure out another stream of income. There's not a lot of variety with the shirts. So we're talking very simple, just to get our logo out there, just as far as marketing goes. It's just a basic, simple t-shirt.
I don't like cheapening our website.
Again, TLC, let me give you a round of applause because, like, current day, they are coming out with t-shirts. Like, thank you for just, I feel seen and heard as an audience member now. After so many years of us begging them for what we want, they're giving it all to us.
And in real time, because they're piggybacking this with Janelle being like, oh yeah, we bought this farm, Potato Farms. That's how we named it. It's going to be we're going to do like flowers. It'll be great. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, well, that's not going to work because Janelle probably should have maybe looked into, what the land could be used for before buying it. And she's making a killing with t-shirts, I'm sure.
Check whether or not you can ship internationally.
I mean, listen, even if Janelle and Maddie made $100 profit on that. It's still 100 times more than my sister wife's closet would make.
But the t-shirts were
They're
like
making money doing nothing. It's brilliant.
the t-shirts are $50 each plus tax.
No, 25, 26.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Are
well, they're
they?
25, 26 now. They with
Oh, that's what you
Canada.
got too. I was wondering maybe you used
Yeah.
the code, my code, because I obviously
No.
can order mine. Oh,
No.
maybe I'll go back in there and see what I can do. See if she'll send it to
Yeah.
me. Because
Mm.
mine is still has not been received.
I'm
by the
sorry,
post.
Canada's post office is closed. We can't.
That's so weird. We
The
dropped
office
it
is
off.
closed.
You'll have to take it up with Canada Post. Canada Post is like, we don't have it. 3242.
By putting up T-shirts that are essentially frumpy marketing pieces.
Oh, this is so brutal.
Oh my gosh. Okay, done. I actually have a supplier that can supply within 2 weeks an apron.
With the logo?
Whatever we want.
See, that's a good marketing piece.
An apron, because everyone wears aprons.
And we've made fun of that apron, you and I, because it's like just this,
Described by
like,
Janelle.
and it had that weird symbol that looked like a hand.
Yeah.
It looks like an
Like an
organization for
after-school
like special
program.
needs children or
An
something.
after
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Cody's like, that's fucking good. Wow. That's
Apron.
good.
Now that's what the kids are wearing these days.
Like,
That's what our demographic is.
I would say most people, like if you were like, hey, you should get this apron, I'd be like, I already have like an apron or 2 or 3, like aprons are a great gift for someone. But I don't think if people were going on my sister wife's closet, they would be like, well, I'm not going to get the t-shirt, but I will get the apron.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to get both. Like if you were going to do the apron, there's no reason you wouldn't do a t-shirt is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Exactly.
why wouldn't you just do both? Both of them are good ideas.
Well, and then as we see at the actual expos, Janelle doesn't even like try to sell my sister wife's closet. She's like, I'm selling the books. Because obviously Cody probably made them buy like way too much inventory of the books. So Janelle's like, I'll sell these at least.
Because she has dignity and self-respect. She's like, I cannot. I can't sell this shit to people.
3303.
I had blinders on where I felt like that was the only potential that I had. Honestly, Isabel's surgery, I realized how independent I actually could be. Isabel and I went to her surgery, just the 2 of us. The doctors were telling us-
After Isabel's surgery, Christine is in her most petty, like the way that she is just the vitriol, the anger is coming out of her when Cody's like, oh, so like Isabel's on meds and Christine's like, yeah, I have to wake up every 3 hours because Isabel's in horrible writhing pain. And yeah, the doctors were actually like, why isn't the dad here? Yeah, they said that a few times actually. Like she is just fucking like, and Cody is so mad and he knows he can't fucking argue.
You know what I think it is? The why that like I'm thinking of this myself now. I think I'm not trying to be like, oh, I totally get Christine's experience and mine, whatever. But I think anyone who's had, whether it's like a child or a fur baby, whatever you want to call it, even a family member who's been in the hospital when you're with them, like like when I've been with Charlie for 2-3 weeks in the hospital nonstop, it's not only that like you're there, you're not getting sleep, whatever, you're trying to communicate with the person, because it was the same thing. Like I never got even like an hour relief.
No.
And I was way closer to home. But anyway,
and I think weren't you there one time
in a way.
He showed up and he didn't bring you a change of clothes or anything? Like didn't think of that.
Well, the last time he was pissed because it was like there was going to be traffic and he tripped and fell on the way up to the room and he was like embarrassed. And so, yeah. Right, because I can change the hour that they discharge us anyway. But like when you see your kid in like pain like that, it really is like, I mean, I still have like moments where I'm like, oh my God, when your kid is in so much pain.
You were texting me about it. And just even like because he kept having to get COVID tests. And you were like just looking at Charlie's face every time they like came at him with that. And he was like, no,
they had to put a feeding tube down his nose while he was awake and all this stuff. And like having to go to the bathroom, like where I was like pulling the ropes and all that kind of the chain thing for emergency. Like when you see your kid going through a traumatic thing by yourself and you can't like download your partner, understand, she took that and like experienced it. And then when
You
you're
worthied
home
up.
and it's over, you're like, you know what? Fuck that. And that's what it was. Like, I think probably same thing for Isabel. Like, you're in a highly stressful, really traumatic
Vulnerable.
position. And you're like, oh, but they're not here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so not only is it like I can do this on my own, because I totally see what she's saying, but it's also, it's a little bit of
I hate
yeah,
you.
like like I'm mad at you.
Like-
It's not the ick, it's the like I have a resentment I will never be able to
Yes,
get rid
that's
of.
what it is. It's that I'll never be able to get past this. And I know that. I know that I'll never get past this in year.
Yeah, I know that about myself.
Can you kind of move around a little bit? I think you're frozen. Hello? Is Jody frozen or am I
Yeah.
frozen? Oh, what? She's coming back. There she is. All right, great. Great. Okay.
What's going on?
Oh no, babe.
Jessica, thank you. We're wearing. We'll be in touch soon. Anyway, okay, enough on me. Let's get to this. Let's do it.
Your daddy's gonna
We're at 33:19.
be here soon. And I'm like, he's not coming. And they were like, what? I actually didn't need Cody around at all. Isabel needed him.
Yeah, that's
But I
right.
did not. I'm sending this to Dad. I'm so proud of you. So I learned how to be self-reliant, and I just really began to grow. I never felt like I had much control over my own money because everybody was pulling from the same, which is great. We did that. We set our family up that way. Yeah.
And then Robin came and
towards
ruined
the end,
it.
It was just really hard.
Yep.
When we all first started, there was kind of like this thing. We weighed in on what bills should be paid, how we were going to pay, who got priority. And then the last several years, we would just take out funds and I don't know what for. And the money was just being spent. And
Fart.
I was a father
Art.
to 18 and a husband to more than just Janelle. So we had a lot of places that money
She's
needed to
saying,
go
you
that weren't
idiot.
always Janelle's business.
Name them. Name them. Name
Uh-huh.
them. Like seriously, name. Give an example here. Janelle's the bad one here. He's being such a fucking dick.
Yeah. Janelle, it's all Janelle's fault.
Also, how dare you say I was a father to 18 kids?
Look how upset he gets even talking about it. Can you imagine if they're like, why did you just take 6,500 out for little angels?
Yeah.
What?
For a geode that lives on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she was upset, because they knew the shit that you were doing.
Yeah.
And he's just upset. Oh God, he just sucks.
He's a bad person. Him and Robin are bad people. I don't understand people that look at Robin and feel sorry for her. She is a bad, rotten person. I am at 34:15.
But Janelle was doing the bookkeeping, so some of the bills
Janelle's
that
fault.
were paid
Janelle's fault.
by all of us were supposed to be paid by her.
he loves this
What?
moment somehow. I
Doesn't
was the
make sense.
powerful one with all the financial control. I really was just the person who recorded the transactions and sent them to the CPA. I'm excited. You always wanted land. Caleb always wanted to hunt. Yeah, so like we're thinking about the name. Tata.
Okay.
For your property?
Where did you get taken?
What is that? That's the Latin name for
What? I got a cool joke. Where'd you get Tata?
I don't like that reaction either, though. I'd be like, it's none of your fucking business, David. I don't like him.
Where'd you get drywall? Why are they called drywall, David?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me that? Where'd you get Tata? That mud goes on pretty wet. Why is it called dry?
Nice. The real name is Loplolly, but our person's like, don't call it that. The North Carolina
David
Pine
really
grows
liked that.
really fast, and the
He
other
loved
branch
it.
is
He's
not
so
sort of
funny.
right on. It sounds very cool. And I told them we probably better reserve Tater because people are gonna be like, that Tater Farm? If you said it
I
really
don't think
quickly
they would
fast,
have,
they'd be
Janelle.
like, Tater Farms?
Well,
Tater
people are
Farms?
calling it that, though.
They are?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to
Whoa.
this. Yeah, no, I'm actually really glad. I think this is
'Cause it
what
sounds like it's got
our
a
family's
potato
gonna look
farm.
like right now. Hey, look, what do you guys think? Janelle and David and I, all of our kids are going to be together. And then it's Robin and Cody and their kids. And I'm not sure what Mary's going to be doing.
That was pretty shady. That was pretty shady.
She's gonna be doing because she's hilarious.
He's gonna be doing some laughing. Hold on.
Oh, where are we going? Where'd she go? Okay. We just got boot lamp. Okay.
I just took
a hit of marijuana.
okay, let's it's legal
Not
here.
in front of the very tender viewers, Amanda.
Huh?
Not in front of the very tender viewers.
Oh, they're all smoking pot out there too. We're back in Moab, and hopefully this is the last segment. We're at 34, or sorry,
Jesus.
35:47.
I'm Sarah House.
George,
It's so
George
cool to
Costanza.
see an idea come to fruition.
Wow, this is really nice.
Isn't it cute? The confidence boosting has been phenomenal. Shrimp room? Shrimp is pink. It works. I wish this for every woman, especially a woman who's gone through a divorce at 50, to be able to have your own business and have your own thing. I
Yeah.
can't believe in what? How many hours? 5 hours? And it's done. I mean, this isn't just
That's
about
awesome.
short-term rental. You know, this is about independence that's come
Does she
out
have
of
like pink in her hair?
Great.
Did she?
It looked like there was like a pinkish hue in her hair. I feel like Truly might have snuck into their
I
room
could
that
see her doing
night.
that. You deserve the best, mother.
And I can, and I have. Thanks,
She does like manic panic, like massaging it into her roots.
Oh, they have a be our guest pillow on our thing.
Are we ready to?
So
Hot dogs?
let me get this straight.
Oh gosh.
You believe we probably couldn't afford to just keep a property.
We can afford it, but can we afford the other things we need to
You
afford?
can't afford it or the other things you need to
Needs
afford.
investment capital as well, but
You can't afford that Six Sacramento t-shirt, babe.
Cool. You can't afford anything that you do. Why is Cody asking Robin her opinion on whether or not they can afford anything?
Yeah, I don't. Hey, Gene, anyone else live in Arizona? Do they have Aldi there? Because that's where they should be shopping for their picnics, not name brand treetop apple juice, Amanda. They need their juice boxes.
George, I can't believe you're letting me hold you.
I feel like Areola still has like everything is cut into bite-sized pieces,
For
like
sure.
a baby in a high chair, you know, like this kind of thing. Mom comes to eat with her at lunch.
Oh God. Well, who else is eating with Areola? I think she always needs to have an
The
adult. mentor.
teachers.
Yeah, the teachers.
That teacher
now
that's
their
like, I'm
job.
quitting. I'm gonna quit after this year. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. Oh my God. And like, I wonder if she's getting stuck with like the first year's teachers. Honestly, if I was the principal, I'd be like, I can't put her with the first year because it's going to scare them off of teaching altogether.
You do. Certain kids and families, you're like, there's no way they'll eat her alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely one that they're giving to an experienced teacher who either knows how to handle them, or someone that they had like an okay relationship when freaking Brianna went through or something.
Yeah, they're giving
No
it
one
to like
wants
a
the Browns.
seasoned bitch. That's what they need. Like a nun, a nun from like the 60s.
Oh, that'd be so great.
3659.
But it's an idea that we keep going back and forth on.
At this point, it just feels like
You should give up your act, your
the
charade.
best, but it doesn't feel like the best, I guess.
Oh gosh. Every time I start making plans for this place, I remember we're going to try and sell it. Frustrates me.
Well, you haven't sold it yet, babe, so you got a
They're
while.
pissed off that those bitches are making them figure out what they want to do. God, they're being so selfish that
Boots
they
on
don't.
the ground
you know,
says they shop Safeway. And yes, Safeway exists in Canada too. And Safeway is bougie.
oh, is it? Okay.
It's the
Well,
more
she's
bougie.
definitely not doing her, like the app clipping coupons.
No.
She's not doing any of
No,
that
she's
shit.
just-
No.
God, can you imagine standing behind Robin in line and her trying to pull up an app?
No, I'll tell you where Robin is in line. I promise you this because this is what I experience every time I go to the store. There are people in the self-checkout who don't know how to use the self-checkout.
Oh,
They
I
take
can
forever.
self-check out my ass off.
Oh, I can too.
I am on it.
It's my favorite thing. Like, and by the way, if you ever get accused of like, it's like, oh, it didn't see you bag something. It's just because your barcode, this is what someone taught me over there, one of the workers. If you go to scan the barcode up or you're like looking, it'll get you twice. It'll think that you're stealing it. So always keep your barcodes down, people. But what I was going to say is they probably do the self-checkout because Areola likes to be a checkout girl.
He likes to push all the buttons on the elevator too.
with the buttons like an elf.
It's funny. Let her express herself.
They let her go into the bank too, so she can ask for a sucker. They're still getting those suckers at like the drive-through bank window for her 12-year-old back there.
I'm at 37:28.
Now has a lot of pain, and I don't even know what to do with it. Because in this moment, I'm not thinking about the pain. I'm thinking about how cool it'd be to do this all the time.
Let's see. Pathetic. Look at this banana.
This looks like negative fun. All of this. Nope.
It looks like they're starving too.
On this property are
Saul doesn't look like he has ever been outside before. It's definitely not feet on the ground. He's like, what do
No, everyone's just everyone except Areola is like,
who's taken over. She
like
owns
they're
this
walking
land.
through a haunted house or something. Like something's gonna go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're perked up for sure. They're on guard.
me and Robin and our kids, and they're good memories.
You kind of just
Sure.
I mean, like in this moment, I'm like back to that place again. I don't want to sell it.
Well, you have to, babe, because you can't afford it.
Meri and Janelle want to sell it. It's not fair to Meri and Janelle, and that's not my intention. Is to be unfair.
Oh,
My
sure.
intention is just to not deal with it.
God.
Well, that's cool.
Well, you brought Tom's. You're so smart. I know. You got mom skills.
That's so weird.
Just the conversation between a mother and daughter has never been so unnatural. Oh, you brought Tom?
like-
That's not smart. You got mom vibes or mom skills.
You got mom skills. I've never said that to my daughter. And also, I don't want to encourage my daughter right now to even think about having children ever. Like,
Even though she's definitely old enough. Like, this is an appropriate age to have kids. She's like, she can have kids now and it would be fine.
you're so sweet. You got such good mom vibes.
Well, now aren't they about to launch into a conversation about whether or not what the appropriate amount of kids that Cody thinks that his daughters, who are not his daughters, but still sat on his lap and kissed him on the lips after 2 months,
Daddy.
should have.
Okay.
38-26.
All that new food on the table too, by the way.
Me and Brianna are fortunate to have the two of you. So we've been like mom school apprentices.
Does it ever
That's
make
not
you
cool.
to have kids?
Makes me want to be smart about how many kids I have.
So we start talking to the girls kind of about relationships, and all of a sudden it's all about kids. Do you guys actually want to have kids? I mean, it's just, I've never asked you about that.
Absolutely, I do.
And having a big family has never turned you off of that idea?
Having a huge family is
Do you see how he's setting her up to talk shit on the other kids right there?
Yeah.
Because I noticed.
Yeah. And also, hey, Aurora, if you think like, oh, you got mom skills because, you know, like you just been around all these kids and whatever, imagine what it's like for your older siblings who had to do
Aspen,
all of that with
Logan.
16 kids, and then you three assholes, and then those two were born.
Crying.
Paul,
and
who didn't walk
bitching.
until he was 5, and Areola just, I don't know, probably flicking. I bet you Areola picks her nose because she learned it from Aurora.
Go away, Jacob said this whole convo make it seem like he regrets some of his own. Well, that's what he's trying. That's the conversation he's trying to start here.
Yep.
Well, isn't the whole, which is fucked up too, because Aurora should be again. Should be like, no, I was so thankful to have all these brothers and sisters that were attempting to try to get me socialized, but obviously that was like not going to happen. But awful. Cody is setting her up to say, no, I don't ever want to have a big family because of what a mess this one was.
Bizarre conversation.
Very.
By the way, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.
Come on, guys. And also watch the commercials all the way through. I know
And
they're
check
coming up
out
for you.
Aurora's sick shirt about Jesus.
You've got a lion inside of those lungs. So get up and praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, does it say pray? Oh, I thought it said fear the Lord. Praise the Lord. And there's a lion
Yeah. Fearless Aurora.
because she's fierce. Yeah.
38.
Can't go upstairs, walk to her room on her own. Has to be carried.
Because she was just told you're going to have to move to a bigger mansion. I'm going to have a fake panic attack now.
Mom
38.
skills.
are turning off of the idea of having a big family, but like to what a stereotypical normal sized monogamous family is. I would want like a big family, 3 to 5 kids.
It's a good point that Alicia says, if this is post Garrison, that is really fucked up. And am I wrong? I feel like you guys out there know. Don't we think that this was filmed recently? Ariola looks as old as she is. Like she looks most recently grown up.
Yeah, I would say probably fall. Don't you think?
Because this wouldn't have been this. Otherwise, this would have been like fall last year, which she was smaller then.
Yeah. No, I think this is probably fall.
Well, that's fucked
Very
up.
Early
then.
fall, late summer. Yeah.
So that's it. Considered big for like a lot of monogamous families.
I think that a normal size family is 6.
Well, nobody really asked what you think a normal size family is for a woman to push out of her vagina.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one asked him that question. I guarantee you just volunteered that information.
Well, Cody, he's a husband. He's got a lot of kids. He's an expert. Let's check him out. He's such a cool bro.
Yes. But the interesting thing is a normal size family is really a family of 4 and a half. And that includes mom and dad.
I'm so looking forward to having
Me as an only child over here going, all right. Thanks.
And that includes mom and dad, a mother and father. Like, I don't get this weird.
There's no normal size
people.
family, you stupid asshole.
more grandchildren. And I'm so looking forward
to
my kids having their children.
You don't have
Yeah, you don't fuck with your own grandchildren.
No one's fucking your kids.
Yeah.
Well,
like
we know Brianna knows what to do.
You like the idea of having kids, Brianna? Brianna's like, oh, I've been on birth control since I was 12, Dad.
She's like, yeah, I've swallowed like hundreds of thousands. I don't know what you're talking about.
Further, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, babe.
Jesus Christ. I thought I was going too far. 39, 40.
I hope she is. Hope she's having the time of her life.
Oh my God. She is like 26 years old. So yeah, I hope you are.
Yeah, exactly. At least someone in that family.
God, I know.
Getting appropriate penetration or something.
See your kids grow up enough to start really thinking.
Areola, you got to take it out of the bag before you eat it. Okay.
Everyone's saying that it was, they say it's the end of summer. It was August 2024. Okay. And that's really fucked up. So this is only a couple months after this happened. And this must have been after the funeral where Robin, most likely, I love that theory. I know it was just somebody floated that theory. There's absolutely nothing behind it, but I believe that that's exactly what it was, that Robin inquired about the will or the money. Because I don't know what else would get Mackenzie to turn on her like that. Like it had to be
like, well, Janelle's getting that money in his house and stuff, so she doesn't.
Or it was Robin saying that it wasn't safe to bring her kids. It might have been something like that too. Or it was probably both. 3953.
Bash on polygamy.
You won't hurt my feelings.
People who decide that, I just don't think it works. The girls are really thinking about this, and I'm like, all right, that's good.
So if you had 4 kids, your parent to child ratio with a husband would be 2 to 1. Okay?
Dad.
Thank you. But our family, 5 parents, 18 kids, our ratio was 3.5.
Okay, and this is just FYI where we see Saul in the background.
Not recovering from it.
His tree felling from Cody because he has his hatchet stuck in the wood, and now he's
can't recover
a stick or something and trying to hit the axe with it to get it out. Apple doesn't fall far, does it?
40-30. Oh, we're almost done. Yay.
I know that some people really want that. So
that was my chair.
Everybody gets to choose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Saul. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like as mixed about how many kids that they should have as I am about this.
It's none of your fucking business.
How appropriate to have this conversation here.
Oh, he's really trying to work something.
You know what? We should come out a couple more times.
Yeah, we should.
Anytime that we ought to try coming out, having a little fire.
Agreed.
This is the kind of magic.
Why are they talking like it's the first time they've ever proposed that idea? You know what? we should come out here more often, like have a fire or like sit down at a picnic table or something. We should do this more often.
And Aurora
in our
agrees.
backyard.
Yeah, our backyard, which is a block away, not even. Aurora says, I agree. And it's like, your answer should be, well, I'll see if I have time because I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life. I'm dating, I'm have a job. No, Aurora's just, yeah, definitely. Anytime. Name the day, I'll be there.
Taught Brianna how to split wood. Ari and Saul are skipping rocks.
Okay.
Ariella is becoming a naturalist. This stuff like this makes it really hard, the idea of selling this place. I don't know. It was a good day.
Really?
Yeah, it looked fun.
Precious.
Hellish.
Oh, it's going to be hard to give up. It just frustrates me that
You still have it.
At this point. All the time where I'm just
It's literally in your backyard every day. You could go to that every day.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be painful.
There's Cody doing one more hit. It showed Cody in the background doing one more chop of the wood, and then I think he pulled a muscle because he had a really a reaction like like his body kind of like
are they watching? Are they still filming?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right,
Next time on Sister Wives.
All right, guys, people. Today's the day I'm gonna move my stuff
Yay,
to
Janelle.
North Carolina.
Yay.
It was never intended for me to know that Janelle was moving.
I'm sure she told. I'm sure
The church,
she informed
and
you.
I wanted to talk to you guys about getting baptized.
No one gives a fuck,
Oh,
Aurora.
wow. Baptism was a big step.
What?
Okay,
I
well,
don't know that I want to
can't
move
believe we're
into the
watching this.
house and have it be my house because I don't know that it's going to be my house. Just depends on the man that I find, I guess.
Aw, I hope she does find someone.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm sitting here in this bar in Louisiana having a shot, and I'm like, wow, my life is about to really change.
Oh, yay. Okay. Now, in the Facebook group, there was a lot of conversation saying mid-season finale. What's this mid-season? Where does it even say that it was a mid-season finale? Did it say that somewhere else? Because it didn't say it just there.
It doesn't say in there, but maybe just all of us podcasters, maybe who've gotten the screener. Or
No,
maybe
people were saying it like during, like right after the episode aired yesterday. Maybe it said that on TLC.
Oh, it said it on the screen. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see. All right, great. Well, next week that'll all happen, and I think that was everything that we saw in the first, like, coming up this season. I think now we've seen everything from there. Am I wrong? So now I think this next little part will be the new season, which also means that they're doing something where TLC is fucking them over with the contract, clearly, by splitting it into season A and season B. Because that's how they get you. Because I kind of love it. Oh, this is just.
I'm wondering if that'll drag out, like if that's going to affect Cody and Robin's finances.
I
They won't get the second half until this.
I
don't know.
With like all the lawsuits going on, like I cannot believe that they were approved for that. They must.
Listen, there's always really creative financing and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, if they got it and they were able to close, even though legally they weren't supposed to, there's nothing you can do. It's like, okay, well, take it up with me now. Like, what are you gonna do?
All right.
But,
I guess they'll just wait until another whatever balloon payment they signed up for comes up in 5 or 6 years, and then move to another house.
That's right.
Can't wait to see it.
Hey, check out our Patreon, check out our merch shops, our Facebook group, and please give a little thumbs up, subscribe. We love you. We're here every Monday at noon Central. So we'll be here next week. And then I think we'll all just kind of play it by ear and see.
We'll be back every Monday for at least Browntown and Hot Tea.
Yeah, I was going to say for recaps.
Love it.
We'll see when they come back, but we'll still be here on Monday for hot topics and all the other good stuff. Amanda, anything else before I play us out or you play us
everything. Out? Thanks, guys. We love you so much. And you know what? You are all adults. So bye-bye. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment, and click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast, that's patreon.com/trpod, and We Love to Hate TV, patreon.com/love to hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.